Yes. Shard Hunters, session 98. Let's begin. Go, GM, go!
Alright. Welcome back to Shard Hunters. Last time, our heroes managed to clear out an old abbey and find underneath some information about a demon who's searching for his master. And they let him go peacefully because he is claimed not to be causing any troubles. And he apparently is searching possibly for the same thing that y'all are searching for. One of the things you're searching for. Then, after clearing that, you manage to go back to the friendly merchant and find your way to a former compatriot of our resident cleric. They knew each other back from their days in the temple. She's only a little bit older than Eve, so she's used to be in the temple, but left when all the bad things started happening. Well, later on, but she left eventually. And now y'all have been given some information after looking through historical records to find that underneath a lot of the places are catacombs that run throughout most of the island in different areas, especially where there are cities. So y'all found an inn just outside the temple that is an opportunity for you to try to go underground nearby. And so, as your cover, you're staying at the end, and apparently there's a lot of treasure hunters looking for that cove, and they think, several of them even think that this storm might be one of the keys to finding it.
Are we leaving off with everyone's going to bed and we're going to try to sneak? Is it the basement?
Yeah,
That was your plan last week.
Okay.
Wait till nightfall and then head down.
Okay.
Sneaky, sneaky.
All right, y'all are having dinner at the inn, getting ready to go to bed so that y'all can come back down after lights out, basically. And y'all are all sitting at a table. I'm imagining you're not going to be front and center. You're probably going to sit along the edges because you're adventurers and you're wary. So as you're sitting there, you notice a little bit of commotion at the door as a couple of temple guards come in. And the biggest, burliest, and nastiest looking one, who has a sneer on his face, is walking along, and someone accidentally gets too close to him, so he just takes the butt of his sword and hits him across the back of the head with it.
Oh.
Praise Khosra.
And at first the guy turns around like he wants to fight, then sees who it is and sees that there's 4 of them, and is like, "Excuse me, sir, didn't mean to," and wanders away. And you hear the people at the table next to us muttering about... You hear someone muttering, "Oh, Gibran, that man is a monster."
Everybody. Do you recognize him, Eve?
Make a flat d20 roll, Eve. Yes, you recognize him. He was not much more than a 18, 19-year-old back then, but he was already known as being one of the most violent among the trainees for temple guards. And he basically got into the temple because it got him out of going to jail.
Cool. Well, I'll relay that to everyone.
Is this your friend?
No, not friends, no. Just know of him.
Okay.
Just because you train with somebody doesn't mean that they're your friend.
Doesn't? Always made friends.
I really don't feel like working with the hand is going to make friends.
There was not a lot of us. You have to work pretty close with everyone.
I feel like if you didn't know a whole lot of people, you probably just weren't doing your job right. Especially if you thought they were all your friends.
Well, they need to at least think I'm their friend.
Hey,
That is a
that
true
means
statement.
that means you were doing your job right if you thought that, or made them think that.
You think I'm your friend, right?
Oh
I
God!
pull my dagger out of my thing in my hand without
easy.
No, not like a pull out. Like it's more of like it pulls out ready for
Sure.
anything, but not letting him see it.
Hmm.
And I say, yeah, you're my friend.
Just a little bit out of context for a second here. Because of the way your rune works, technically you could transform your dagger into a leather pouch with rocks in it. Because a sap is a melee weapon that you could transform it into.
That's
It's
cool.
just a leather bag with something in it that you can bop someone on the head with.
Can
You
you
can whack somebody with a sack.
can you morph one of your daggers
Thanks,
into a
Killa.
fork or spoon?
That's technically a simple weapon, so I wouldn't see any reason why you couldn't be eating with your +2 dagger. Just don't accidentally stab your tongue.
It's like, oh, it's like, what happened? I accidentally
Ow,
hit
that was a
myself.
lot sharper
It's
than
like-
I thought it was.
Just crit my
all
own
of a sudden
face.
my tongue catches on fire or has wind hitting it, or lightning.
Like,
You take 2d6 fire damage.
You explode.
Whoops.
make me want to scratch my forehead. At first I was going to scratch it off my screen, but then I was like, oh, it's moving.
Oh, you said that before I finished typing.
Uh,
If you actually are trying to talk, you are muted.
Nothing I said was important.
Okay.
I guess we're just going to keep on observing Gibran.
As you watch him for a minute, he goes over to the bartender, and you can see the bartender is very unhappy to see him. But the bartender looks around for a second and doesn't notice you watching. But he then reaches under the bar, grabs a sack of coins, and tosses it to him with a look of disgust on his face.
Man, you had to be kidding me.
Action money.
How many guards came in with this guy?
It's him and 3 other guards. There's 4 in his group. And all of them look fairly intimidating, and just from this distance, you can tell that they are not novices.
It's our play here, guys. We're just going to let them roll.
Well, if we do something, we can't
We're
get
supposed to-
down in the.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
supposed
that's
to
right.
catacombs
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it seems like this is one of those things that just kind of happens around here. I don't know if we want to get mixed up in this at the moment.
Okay.
But it is a note. Put a pin in it.
If we take down the
So
church, we should
go put a pin in
fix it.
him.
No, don't do.
No,
Don't.
no, I mean,
Yeah.
come back, court.
Like, y'all, Nita has disappeared for quite a few days, and I believe Core is getting some bloodlust.
Miss
I
my
mean,
buddy.
he really
Actually,
went
the
after those
trees.
trees. Yeah.
He's my balance.
And I honestly don't understand how that works.
Just a height difference type thing.
Well, I think it's like the more crazy there is, the less crazy he needs to be.
Hmm.
Yeah, he don't have to be crazy when he's
No balance of chaos.
I'm the bad guy.
Oh Lord.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So eventually he and his mates leave. As they go out, they steal someone's drink and keep walking.
I'm assuming that person didn't say a word either. Just
Nope.
Can I get another drink, please?
And they're gone.
Oh, that was an interesting thing that just happened, guys.
Oh, if get into the church, we gotta watch out for that guy.
Most definitely.
I guess we hit the fast forward button.
Yeah, because we gotta get to the catacombs.
It's now almost about 10 p.m. and the inn has quieted down. There are still people drinking, but it's gotten into a bit of a somber affair compared to the livelihood that was there when y'all were eating dinner.
Are we waiting here and going to the basement, or are we going to our room and then coming back out late at night?
You're in your basement. I mean, you're in your rooms now.
Oh, okay.
You ate dinner and pretended to go to bed so that everyone would see y'all go to bed.
Now,
Okay.
we gotta head to the catacombs basement.
And during the day, y'all managed to scout a path that should take you through the least visible areas.
Some of us can turn invisible, so
Kar and Hatala have some tricks, but they want to go ahead and scout it out for us, make sure we're clear to come.
I can do that. Tyler, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I just want to make sure there's no eyes on us as we try to head down.
Do you have the ability to go invisible as well? Don't you have a
Yes.
cloak?
You don't really
Do
pay
we want to
attention
do
to
that,
me.
or do we want to do that, or
I
he
guess for
said
having
somebody
a discussion in the
making sure
room,
it was you.
I would suggest is saving your powers, any tricks for time.
Could do that. So just stealth in.
Remember, if we get
We
caught,
just need to make sure there's nobody down there that could see us. But go ahead, Core. What's your thought on that?
we're going to the loo. Okay, we all have to go to the bathroom.
at the same time.
It's
Sure.
either
Both
that,
back here
or
carrying all your stuff.
it's either that, or we're all crazily drunk, and other things were going on.
All right, so flip a coin when that happens. You have to pick one of those two options, okay, people?
Anyways,
Or it could
if
be
you're going to
both.
make stealth rolls, make stealth rolls. If you're going to look around, make perception rolls.
We gotta.
Somebody die is in my way.
We all have to roll stealth checks.
It's a
Okay.
low perception check.
All right. The two of you stealthily manage to make your way down. Hatala, you don't see anyone paying attention to anything. A car, the only person you see is one of the drunks who is staring at you as you go along, but then you realize he's staring unfocused at the wall behind you, not at you.
Nice. Just gonna keep on moving.
All right, when y'all make it down, you notice that the only person who could see y'all as y'all walk the path you took would be one maid, or barmaid, who is currently behind the bar, but when she walks out to serve someone, she wouldn't notice.
We gotta wait till she walks out.
Yep.
I will let y'all know that. Or
You
whoever
got a
did
message
notice.
Core for you gonna message him?
I mean, we're like right by each other, right?
Well, the two of y'all have gone down. Everyone else is staying back. You
Yeah,
said you were
well-
going first.
We will let the rest of them know. However, we need to do that quietly.
All right.
Message it works.
After about 5 minutes, she comes out behind the bar to serve someone.
All right, we need to go.
Oh, we'll go.
Copy that, we'll go.
All right, the rest of y'all walk that way, and now y'all are all downstairs. This section of the inn is older. It's still clean, but slightly musty smelling. And as you go deeper into the area, it gets a little bit mustier of a smell because there is a rain can get down here sometimes. It's not the best drainage in the world, but it does drain. After a few minutes of traveling down, you find a stairway going down from the basement. And it looks like it hasn't been used in a while.
That looks like the right kind of thing we're looking for. Down.
Okay. At the bottom, you run into a iron gate.
Like the journey stops here.
Want
Iron
to,
gate.
Is it a locked
Is
gate?
it locked?
Yes. It's got a padlock on it.
the first thing I want to
Can I
do is
break the
check
padlock?
Winky, let me check for traps.
Okay.
It's been a long time since anybody's been down here. Who knows what's going on?
Could be giant rats down here.
All right. The only thing you can find on the lock is tetanus.
Okay. This is
Can I
a
break
very,
the lock?
very dangerous lock. Don't touch it without gloves.
Can I
Winky,
break?
if you hit the lock, it will be heard everywhere in the inn.
All right. A card? Do you want to lockpick?
It's a padlock. How do you
I
lock
could
pick a
give
padlock?
it a shot. Let's see what
I don't
happens.
think you understand what a padlock is.
I don't remember what it is. I haven't seen a padlock
It's
in a
not
long
a
time.
keypad. That's not what it is.
I know it's not a keypad.
It's the one that looks like this. It's a circle. It's got a little keyhole in it.
All right. A car, you manage to pick the lock, and it comes open.
All
The
right.
Well-
chain makes a lot of noise, but it's rusted stiff in place and not moving.
Oh no, this.
The door is not moving, or
The chain that was wrapped around it.
Okay.
There was a
Has
chain
rusted
with a
into the
padlock.
shape of it being locked.
Ah. I guess I would try to remove the chain or somehow.
Say we had like mend or something. We got grease. Just kick it.
You also have lantern oil.
All right, if I
Yeah, anything that helps that move.
What if we go? No mind.
let's try some regular old oil to start with.
Okay. You lubricate the chain, and it still is stiff, but it does not make as much noise and does move.
Go ahead and are the hinges on this side?
The hinges are on the other side.
But it's an iron
It's to
grate.
keep people from going down instead of coming out.
Just iron the hinges or oil the hinges iron.
You iron the hinges so the oil cut nicely.
Nice and flat now, no
Mhm.
wrinkles.
Well, some pleats.
All right. You managed to get the gate to open without much noise.
Low light vision, folks. I guess I'll just take up.
Well, it's me.
I'll take up the rear guard.
Are you going to leave the gate open?
Actually, it would be good to shut it and then make it look like it kind of did before.
Make it look.
How do we
like-
do
yeah.
that?
Well, it's an iron gate. You can put your hands through it. I would assume.
Yes.
So we could even lock the lock back, because we now whether or not we're gonna be able to get out of here fast.
If we get chased,
Well, if we're being chased, we're on bus. We're just gonna have to just
If you're being
hightail it.
chased, the door doesn't mean anything to Winky.
Bing. All right. Well, then we are locking it back and making it look as much as possible like it did before.
All right. You head down, and the steps have turned into a spiral at this point. And after about another 10, 15 feet down, it opens up into a room with an earthen floor, stone-hewn walls, and several large oak casks in the room.
A
Does this look
wine
as-
cellar?
It is a wine aging room. But the inn above is not known for serving fresh wine or aged wine.
Does this look older than what we would have expected then?
It looks like no one's been here in at least 10 years.
Why did they shut this?
Right now, you only got what the little bit of low light vision people can tell you.
Well, I'll have my lantern to be
Okay.
able to see as well.
When you light up the lantern, you can see one of the casks has busted open, and it looks like it has been made into a nest by something fairly large and furry, but it sees the light and scurries off through a hole in the wall about a foot wide.
All right.
And based on the droppings and smell in the room, you're guessing is several very large rats have been living down here.
All right. Winky, you're up.
Hold up.
Say hi.
How do the rats?
Oh boy. I am feeling sick right now.
You need to go to the bathroom?
No, there's like thinking of way back in the day when we fought these large rats. They made me puke for a long time, and just seeing them is making me remember that. I'm kind of sick to my stomach right now.
Well, all the rats have left the room.
That is that little opening the only thing we can see, or is there
That's
other?
the only opening you see in the room.
I want to check all of the walls.
Okay. The walls looks like they have been built probably 3 or 4 times, from hewn stone several times to, and you can see different levels of craftsmanship in different spots, or like a wall was made a specific way, and then later on it was hewn out a little bit more to look a little bit better, but the rest of the place next to it was not the same and everything. And it looks like someone did this in their spare time over the course of decades.
Where's
The
need
only
it
thing
when you
that
need
looks
it?
different is the wall that has the hole in it.
I want to knock on the wall that has the hole in it to see how thick it is.
Okay. You knock on the wall that has a hole in it, and a few small pebbles fall out with it as you're hitting the wall. It looks like it's dry stacked stones, but the dust has been on it so long that it looked hewn.
But we could just push this thing and it will fall over.
You have to make a strength check, but yeah.
We
How
really want
far
to make all
away-
that noise? Yeah.
How far away are we from the
What's the
How far
goal
down
of
did we
doing
go?
this right now?
we need to keep going to get to the catacombs. How
So
far
we need a
down did we
hole
go?
big enough for us to get through? Is that the issue?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
How far down did we go from the inn?
Based on your best guess, you're about 20 feet below where the gate was. People who aren't paying attention could probably hear a large smashing of rocks, but most people wouldn't notice anything.
Also, they may hear stuff down here and not worry about it because they know the gate's locked and everything, and they know there's rats. So as long as we don't make
Okay.
too big of a noise.
Is there
And
any
you
way
can
I
actually-
can?
If you actually spend some time, you can actually remove one stone at a time.
that was going to be my next question. Is there a way that we can actually make a hole without just pulling?
Make a
Let's go
crafting
with
check
that one.
to disassemble the wall. Whoever wants to
I
do
got
it.
it.
That would not be me. That wall will be on my head.
All right. You managed to
roll.
break the wall down in a large enough opening in a short enough time without it making huge noises. There's some stones clattering. One of the stones that fell on the other side, and you heard it hit and go down like it was going downstairs.
Okay. Okay, so we can walk through now. I'm gonna look through the hole we made.
It is definitely another set of stairs that look about the same as the stairs you took down here.
I'm gonna start walking down them.
Okay. As y'all progress, the quality of the walls has changed. You're now finding stone reinforcements. There probably used to be timbers at some point, but all of them have rotted away by now. But this is not just roughly hewn. It looks like some fairly well manufactured walls at this point. And the passage you're in with the hewn walls, or the fairly manufactured walls, stops abruptly and is back to hewn again. And
Okay.
after following it around a little bit, you find a segment that is another slightly vaulted room that has stone stacked bricks, like a vaulted arch in 4 directions holding up the roof. And in it is 3 passageways going out and the one you came in from.
Right, I'm gonna just go ahead and make a note that I have chalk, and I want to be marking our direction so we don't get lost in catacombs.
We got 3 pathways, middle, left, and right.
The pathway straight ahead looks like it has completely collapsed about 10 feet down the passage.
Okay, so we got right and left.
Does anything
Now
look
we only have a
used?
50-50 shot.
The passage on the left looks like it is extremely old and no one's gone down there in a very long time. The passage on the right has passage marks that indicate something small and furry went there recently.
Should we go right or left?
Follow a little
What do you
white
guys
rabbit.
think?
There is indications that the rat has been going that way for a while. The other passage to the left has no indications of any activity, and there's a musty smell coming from that way.
Is there anything that we can tell from like maps and stuff that we saw as to where we might be and what the best indicator of direction we should go is?
Unfortunately, because you went down a spiral staircase on the way down, you've lost all sense of what's northeast, south, and west because you're completely underground.
Let's go left, because right we might encounter a creature we don't want to. Less activity is better.
Well, one of the things that I'm wondering about this animal that's going back and forth, would they have stores underneath? Because that would attract rodents and things of that nature. So that
They
might
could,
be
and there also
Doors?
could be natural other creatures in the area underground. Could be an entire ecosystem down there that you don't know about.
Yeah, it's possible, Winky, that rat does not go to the left because there's a bigger, scarier thing that way. Although, it's also possible that the bigger, scarier thing is the Gosra priests.
Well,
let's catch the rat and ask it questions, interrogate it.
actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, Winky can talk to like all kinds of animals, right?
Also, I'd imagine it'd be going to wherever his food source might be eating the priest food stuffs.
So we going left to try to find the rat?
Following the rat trail.
So you're going to the
Just
right,
right.
follow the rat?
Are you
Okay.
okay with that, Winky? Because you specifically
Yeah.
said you didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Okay. You follow the right trail, and after about 50 yards or so, which, by the way, is more than enough distance to have already be under the temple if it was the right direction. After about 50 yards or so, you see it branch into a couple paths, and there are a lot of activity down here. It looks like several different animals have been using this area as a fairly active area.
Which means something really active has to be above us.
No. You're already far enough that you would have hit the underneath of the temple if you had gone in the right direction.
So we ran the wrong
Y'all
way.
are out in open country now, as far as you can tell. You're still finding caves. Some of them look like actual caverns. Some of them look like erosion. Some of them look like hewn.
We want the hewn ones, correct?
We went the wrong
Or
way.
do we need to go to the left and about the same distance and see if that brings us to where we're supposed to be?
Yep, I agree.
Okay. You backtrack to the original turn and check the left side. On this one, you start noticing that the walls are lined with little holes.
Wait. We need to check for booby traps. Those walls
that
look
might-
suspicious.
Not that little holes. Like 2 to 3 feet across and about a
Ah.
foot or two tall.
Okay. So where the walls have kind of fallen.
Are these
degraded?
places
No, they're
where they can put
replacements.
bodies?
When you check them, they may have once had bodies here, but the ones closest to the entrance no longer do.
But this is the catacombs.
Yep. I'm assuming as well. You said little holes, so I got freaked out.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones style.
Indiana Jones. Well, it's a different Indiana Jones, the one in Paris.
Yes. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
The one that there's so many rats in the thing, and then they burn the whole thing, and it's like, oh my gosh, no, thank you.
Yep.
Gotta smell terrible.
All right. So you start heading down this way, and finally you start coming to cubbies that do still have bodies in them.
Are they fresh?
The ones you're looking at least are a couple of centuries old.
Okay. You want to just, mention and look out for any potential recent bodies that might look like they have gambling debts.
It's an interesting thing to figure out from a dead body.
You have to be observant. Gotta look. All right.
Hey, you sir, did you die from gambling debt?
As you're looking there, Mo, you can tell one of the bodies you're looking at is someone who's missing their lower left leg.
Does it look like it was cut off, or was it just never grew, or?
Make a perception check. Just a car.
They called him Stumpy.
Okay. You're looking at the body, and you're fairly certain this person never had a leg at all, and that they actually were extremely good at hopping.
Good on you, mate.
So it's the complete opposite.
And I'm just gonna mention this to the guy. It's like, dude, this guy's like missing half his leg. He must have been really good at hopping around.
I want to check it to see if it's actually true.
Then make a perception check. Mikey?
Please be a 1. Please be a 1.
So close to one.
So
No. Winky, you can see marks that there used to be a peg leg there, and it looks like from the way the bone is, it was cut off with a single swipe of a sword.
Oh, dude was a pirate.
No, he was just really good at hopping.
Nah, he had a peg leg.
Peg leg's still there.
No,
No, the wood's gone.
it's corroded.
You want a peg leg core?
But when you look, you also notice that they probably would have been dressed in leather armor, but it's not much armor anymore, as it is piles of leather scrap that look a little bit armorish.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It would have been fighters.
Light armor, my man.
Based on the looks and the way they're positioned, this looks like standard military practices for Crips. They probably were professional soldiers.
All right.
Interesting.
No names or anything, right?
No. As you go down, you notice that every single one of them has some form of war wound on them. Missing arms, missing legs, bandages on the eyes, things like that. This is battlefield dead.
So it was centuries old?
Yep.
Around the around that
Years.
time?
It was 100 years.
100 years old or thousands?
I don't remember. I thought it was 100.
For what?
I'm just trying to
When the
see if I
battle
can.
happened that had the grove.
The Demon
The
War?
grove.
The Demon War was a very long time ago.
The Grove War?
Apparently, there have been several demon wars on this island, starting before the Ancients, and the last one was after the Ancients.
Okay.
Because this island was home to the largest incursion of demons twice.
Eve, you've talked to the dead before. Could we get... Do you think that any of these might have information on that grove?
I mean, if they're just regular battle people, I don't know.
Yeah, these look like the average rank and file soldier, not skilled soldiers.
That's why they're dead.
You just press on?
You notice as you're going down the corridor, the bodies are getting a little younger and a little younger.
Oh.
Basically, as they dug, they put the newer people at the back and then dug a little further and then put some more people and then dug a little further and put some more people. After about another 20 yards going this way, you notice that a passageway, because this has all been hewn, carved straight out of stone, carving out the little holes and everything. And then you notice the hewing gets to a point and stops, and you see fancy brickwork on the other side. Like they ran into something while they were digging.
I think this might be it, guys.
Hey Dep, can you
Or
tell what's
it's
going on with the
something.
stone?
What?
It would actually, you know, like I said before, being up under these places where we might find more of the relics and things we've been looking for. This might be something that they found. And it's probably underneath the, temple.
I want
and
to-
They've probably been using it, and it's probably what's making them evil.
One thing you notice. Sorry, 1 second, Mickey. One thing you notice when looking at the stonework, the stones aren't flat and level. They're at about a 45-degree tilt to the left. They're all flat and level with each other, but 45 degrees off from the tunnel you're in.
What color are they?
I want
Stone.
Go ahead,
I
Winky.
want to
Stone gray.
examine the wall.
All right. You examine the wall and see that several of the stones are placed much younger than the other stones. Like someone busted through, looked at the other side, and sealed it back up.
I want to push on the wall. In those new stone spots.
Okay. One of the blocks budges a little bit, but they were put together really well. A good hit from your hammer probably would knock them all over.
But if this is where we need to be, we don't want to get completely noticed.
I would like to
Hmm.
try to. I want to put my ear to the wall and see if I hear any commotion or feel any vibrations or anything like that of something that might possibly be on the other side of the wall.
You do not notice any sounds coming from the other side.
I believe it might be too thick for me to notice.
How old is the new stones? How can I tell?
You can't tell how old the stones are, and there's no mortar used or anything like that. The stones were actually carved and fitted in place such a way that they actually applied pressure to the opening. Someone took their time to chisel these stones in.
Okay. I'm just gonna hit it.
All right, you hit it in a section about 3 feet across. Just fall a 3 foot circle just falls in the other side as the stones crumble.
Want to see if I can see through the wall now.
You can. On the other side of the wall is another section of crypt, but this one is about 45 degrees off kilt. The whole room is tilted.
Oh, this is like that Ocarina of Time dungeon. I'm gonna bust the rest of the wall.
You can go through as it is.
I can, but nobody else can.
Everyone can.
The three.
You don't have to walk through, you can crawl through it.
Okay. I guess I'll crawl through.
Would any of this be like caused by a earthquake or something like that?
This is too proper to be caused by an earthquake.
I mean, they could have built after the earthquake. I don't know.
No, it's way too proper to be caused by an earthquake.
Why would it be proper to build something off like this?
I'm gonna continue on because that's a weird question.
Talking about why seal off this tunnel?
No, the 45-degree sections. The tunnel sealing off, okay, whatever. But inside there, it's off another 45 degrees.
Could there be a spire that's sloped?
I don't know. I'm just
Don't know.
bringing it up.
I'm just gonna continue on while they're talking behind me.
All right. You see more of the holes on the side, but this time each of them is laid out very nicely and is a little bit more space. And you can see more war wounded and dead in there, but they've been look like they've been laid with honor.
Getting closer to somebody that can get us answers.
But all the gear on them is so old, it's all dust now. The only thing you can make out is there are a few holy symbols and what looks like blessed symbols as well.
I'm gonna look at the blessed symbols and realize I don't know what they are.
So, the
You can
people,
count at least 4 different holy symbols from different religions.
that were making the crypt that we were in before came across another crypt that was
Want to
older.
look at the holy symbols and to try and determine what.
Yes, Winky.
Okay.
And they decided to seal it up because it was a revered place of the dead. They didn't want to disturb it.
Gosra would be the one I'm probably most familiar with. Look around for that one.
You do not see Gazra among the symbols. You see a lot of the ones about combat and law and order and good and destruction of evil. Basically, all the deities that would be associated with going to war against evil. And you notice that the ones that are wounded, they have pretty nasty looking wounds on them, to the point where you see one body where the rib cage has 3 lines torn through the rib cage. Like a giant claw went through the person's rib cage.
Wow.
So fighting demons.
Will we know enough about history to tell what war these guys were fighting in?
Not from just looking at these bodies.
Because there's pretty much nothing left other than
Because
the
you're
wound.
guessing these are at least 400 to 500 years old, if not more. These are closer to the time of the ancients.
Maybe this was the war that the Titans fought in. I don't know.
All right, y'all keep going. After another 10, 20 feet section, you can see there's a break in the wall, and everything is tilted so that it's actually 15 in the other direction from level at the other side.
Have we been turning anytime this happened, or has this been straight?
No, you've been going straight. And you can see the brickwork where the one was at 45 to the left is broken and twisted from the one that's at 15 to the right.
What the heck?
Wait, so not like we're walking this way and it's like this, but
You're
more
walking
like
straight, but the room is tilted sideways.
this.
Yeah.
The floor.
You're not walking up or down. You're still walking flat level, but the room itself is twisted so that the room is at a diagonal as you're walking straight down it.
Is there a pull direction down when we're like that, or are we kind of off kilter the whole time?
No, y'all are going flat.
So there's like a gravity directly towards the floor. So there's something going on with the gravity here?
Or
No,
the walls are moved,
everything's
but the
broken and
floor
twisted.
isn't. It's just the walls. It's not the floor.
Are the bodies flat? The alcoves?
No. Hold on. Imagine the picture you're looking at right now with one of the squares. Rotate that square 15 degrees, and that's what the hallway looks as you look down it. Everything's sloped, like the whole room got picked up and dropped.
Right, but when we're walking across, are we walking like this?
You're walking
or are we...
upright because that's the way you are. Gravity does not twist you so that you're walking twisted
That's
with
why
it.
I was confused, because it sounded like we were walking like this, and that felt normal.
No, y'all are all having trouble walking because everything's.
That's what I asked. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then nothing. Okay, then we are good.
And now the section broke and twisted in the opposite direction.
Interesting.
And you can see probably another 10, 20 feet down, it breaks and twists again in a different direction.
Well,
And this is all still one straight hallway.
I'm wondering if this is like because of the island. Eve, did y'all have any? Do you know of any sinkholes or things like that ever on this island when you were living here?
Do I know of any sinkholes? I'm gonna go with that. I don't really know. Wait. But I do know that not sinkholes, but the island, it used to be mountains. So.
It used to be mountainous and bigger, and all that's left is basically the tops of the mountains, as far as they can tell.
Okay.
Because during some great cataclysm, it sank, is the legend.
That must have been when this occurred, assuming. Unless they just decided to, make it look like this. Somebody would construct a hallway like this.
You can see where the hallway's broken and twisted.
Okay.
It's like an actual break. It's not like it was designed to twist.
No, it's cracked, broken, and there's drippings and dust and stuff.
Okay.
Have we reached the part where we would probably be at the temple by now?
You're right now getting to it. You're most likely under the temple now, because supposedly it has a lot of catacombs underneath it.
Okay. Let's keep going.
All right. As you get there, you start to notice the bodies have more and more serious wounds, all of them lining up with your assertion that they were demonic wounds, and you're even starting to have a little bit of a sulfur smell from some of the dead.
Interesting.
But eventually, the hallway stops, and you see a sealed doorway.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay. You see a bricked up doorway.
How sturdy is the bricked up doorway?
Very well, same as the walls.
Dang it.
Whoever built the walls bricked this up nicely. It looks
So I
like they
could have
filled
done.
this entire alcove and then sealed it up.
Wait. I'm gonna hit it.
Okay. You make a big crack in it.
Oh, crap. Okay, I'm gonna hit it again.
All right. That time you managed to collapse a good chunk of it. It's enough to squeeze through.
Okay. I'll go through then. Check out what's on the other side.
All right. You're in a fairly large chamber. Inside the chamber is a. It's hard to explain. It's vaulted, kind of like that crappy one you found when you first made your choices with the brickworks that held it up. But this looks like there's 5 or 6 very well made, extremely well engineered arches holding up what was basically an ornate, almost Gothic ceiling.
Is there like a stairway?
No, it's a room.
Is there
As you
any
look
door?
around, you can see that there is a stone almost slab in the center, and it looks like it has drains, and it's curved away so that someone can work on a body like in a funerary process.
Okay. Are there any doors or exits out of this room besides the one we came to?
Is everyone else coming to the room?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone make perception checks that wants to.
I see it all.
Okay. For everybody but a car, you notice that the room is obviously has signs that there was holy regalia in the room, and there used to be carvings and things like that and funerary practices all around the room. And the only thing that's left is battles of armies of holy knights versus demons carved into the walls. It looks like the holy regalia that was in here, someone has taken a chisel and removed most of it, because your guess is it had precious metals inlaid into the walls. But the damage they did with the chisel to get all the precious metals out when they were looting this place left all the carvings hard to identify and figure out what's going on.
Is there any sign of recent activity?
No, this is from long ago.
Okay. Are there any other exits or doorways or?
We'll get there.
Okay.
All right. Also, you can tell that there used to be stands and containers and other things like that all throughout the room. Your guess is they used to have racks for weaponry, swords, armor, places to put broken and damaged swords and armor to be taken to be smithed and stuff like. Basically, when the dead were brought in, they were cleaned up, everything was set aside to be reused, and the bodies were taken to the crypts. You notice there are 2 or 3 other hallways, just like the one were in, sealed up as well. Plus, you see a section of wall that looks kind of weird, but none of y'all really make anything out of it. And another section of wall where there is, you're guessing a doorway used to be there, but there's a large boulder there currently. A car. You notice that the section of wall doesn't look right, and it looks like it is actually a movable chunk of rock. Your guess is it was a pitfall trap that someone set off and it came down and squished.
Hey, Hatala, does that look like a pitfall to you? Because that's what I'm seeing.
Deadfall, not pitfall.
A deadfall, yeah. Do I see any like stains or anything on the floor?
It's too hard to tell because
Too hard to
it's
tell.
been down for a very long time.
Yeah, I figured, but you know, it was worth asking. It's probably covered in layers of dust at this point.
Yep.
Is it possible that's a way out?
I'm assuming that was the way in and out. Yes, either it failed due to rust or wear, or somebody actually set it off.
Does that seem to be the only way out of this place?
Well, there's the giant boulder covering the other way out.
So yes.
Were you just?
We could try to lift it. I got a new belt. We got a couple lifting belts now. We might can move this thing out of the way.
This deadfall, is this above us? It would fall. They would fall down here.
It's already fallen.
A deadfall is a whole large stone. It's lifted up in place, and when someone sets off the trap, the stone just goes and squishes whatever's under it. It's what killed a car the first time in
Right. Okay. So that's it's up, not
It's
down.
It is down, blocking whatever was there.
So is there an opening above it?
No, it's part of this wall in the ceiling.
Okay.
It's built into the ceiling and comes down and squishes. It does not leave holes behind. Now, there is an opening above it, unless something fell in from above, whatever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was asking. If that was a way through.
Would we be able to, is there an opening, possibly an opening above it to where we can move it out of the way or move it up to?
Well, I mean, I just want to know where the way out is, regardless of where it is. I was like, look up. Is there a way out? Because this thing isn't up there.
I'm gonna hit it with my hammer.
Yeah, of course you are.
It's a single solid slab of rock, Winky.
Let him do it.
Oh.
Okay? You hit a wall of rock.
Your hands hurt now, buddy. All the way up to your elbows and your shoulder. Every part of your bone.
Full
and
on.
You put a nice dent in Needup's butt.
You got a flat butt. All right, man.
Were you just describing a wall that was off, or that someone had noticed that there was a wall that was off?
That's the one that a car realized was a rock that fell down.
Oh, sorry.
Y'all thought it was a wall, but didn't think anything of it.
Gotcha.
He realized it was a trap that was in the ceiling and let go and squished something.
Which means there could be a passage through it.
Something that is protected is, if you're going to spend the time to put that thing up there, there might be something important, definitely.
Okay. What were the other items that we had noticed?
The carvings on the wall that had been damaged by chisels.
Okay.
It looks like there's some murals in this room, but the most significant portions of it used to have gilding and metals in the carvings to make them nicer and look better, but someone chiseled them out.
This look it happened a long time ago. I'm gonna go just look at these murals.
Okay. They're in a very bad state. If you repair them, you'd have a much better chance of looking at them.
With looking at them, do I feel like I have any ability to repair, or is this more like a mid spell kind of?
Magic.
Eve.
I would do it, but I am trying to figure out how the new setup for the spells. Give me just a second.
While they're doing that, I want to look around and see if I can find a reset for the deadfall somewhere around the room.
Now, I ascribe to the non-stupid form of traps in the world, where there's no buttons that turn them off when it's something that falls down and squishes things.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out is if this was like, is this a passage? Is there something going that way where it would be a reset, or but
Well, the trap is
it
designed to
just
go at the doorway,
yeah.
and there's no doorway in here.
Because it's blocking the doorway?
So if you were to make it through, you would be trapped essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So, Winky, you want to help me try to move this boulder and see if we can budge this thing?
All right. First off, she casts Mending. You manage to restore a huge chunk of the carvings, and you recognize there's a few holy symbols and deities of the main, no one specific, but all the main deities that everyone knows of that are basically for stamping out evil and things of that kind, and basically the ones that are known for fighting demons more than anything else. But if you want a car, you can make a military history check.
Woo!
Which you have no
Yay!
point.
I hardly ever get to use that thing. Decent.
All right. You actually recognize the place.
Guys, this looks really familiar.
It's
starting to
actually
recognize.
a name. It reminds you of a fortress that was in history classes that used to be known as Araset.
Araset. Have y'all ever heard of Araset?
A core, you actually have heard that name before.
Yeah, I've heard that name.
You don't really know anything about it, but it was supposed to be the site of one of the largest demon invasions.
Sure that.
And people have been trying to find it for centuries.
Oh, it looks like we found
No one
it.
knew where it went because all they knew is on top of a mountain, and no one could find it. But no one knew what the name of the mountain was because even the name itself, was lost to history. Basically, the only thing you remember when he says the name, it actually makes you think because it sounds a lot like ancient, but it's not. But in ancient, it would roughly translate to rock in the sky.
Okay.
Well, that rock was definitely up. It was definitely in the sky, and now it's not. Some unlucky
But a
soul.
car, one of your history things that you remember about it, it was actually called Arms in the Sky. Because it was a group of holy warriors who their depiction was several warriors with their arms raised. 4 warriors back to back in a squares so that their arms are raised.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A
I will lay
total
that
of
down.
8 arms.
Yes, there were 8 arms. It was massive. It was awesome.
Like a kraken?
Or yeah, something like that. I've never seen a kraken. I don't know how many arms it has.
Yeah, well, they weren't necessarily saying a kraken, it was the octopus.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But yes, it probably was a statue depicting that, and people thought that is an octopus. That's the grotto.
I look at the floor and look to see if it looks like a fist that we're standing on.
No. Basically, you're seeing a depiction of the statue, a carving on the wall.
Is there a map to it?
No.
This
That'd be
part
too
of the
easy.
entire mountain fell down
From what
after
history
it fell
said,
down.
that was the name of the fortress, and that statue was in the fortress.
Okay.
Interesting. I really want to move this boulder, guys.
Keep at it, buddy.
All right. Do strong people want to try lifting it?
Oh yeah, I'm right all over it.
Athletics check for everyone who wants to try to lift.
All right, who's got the
Only
lifting
room
belts?
for about 4 of you.
Athletics.
Wow, I might actually.
So if
I'd
everyone
actually
rolls
need
a
to try.
5, I would be finding that hilarious.
This thing isn't moving. Did he give up?
Well, we all rolled pretty much the same. That
Yeah.
was interesting.
All right, between all of you lifting, you managed to get it to go up about a foot.
Keep going.
Although you might want to think about not having every one of you lifting. Someone might want to be there to put something underneath it.
Oh yeah, I use my engineering skills and my laziness.
Oh, I was gonna volunteer. Okay.
Cool.
All right, so we're gonna lift. All right, use your knees. Just can't get a good grip.
Oh. Come on, I was like, give me that
Y'all
18.
managed to only go up another few inches.
All right.
All right, all together now. One more good heave.
On 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
And you guys are under 10 all day.
All right, you got it up another 2 feet.
Oh,
We got this one, guys. We got this one.
we got this one.
There we go. There we go.
Oh! Slipped.
Car's about to hurt himself.
All right, y'all managed to get it to go up another 3 feet, and a car goes flailing into the room, and he's now underneath the middle of it, laying on his back.
Don't. Don't.
And since I'm one of the ones not pulling, I'm gonna grab his feet and pull him out from underneath it.
Okay, let's keep going, guys.
It's to the
We
point
lost
where you
another
just
person.
to lock it away because you can't reach any further, Winky.
Oh,
Oh, poor guy.
what do we put
He's
underneath?
like full arm extended.
Tatala's job.
What was the plan? I'm holding here. What's the plan?
It's all up. What do you got?
I've been putting something underneath it. I don't know what it was. I found it in the room. I'm sure.
We put something underneath it. It's called a car.
Now, your best bet to keep it up would be probably one of the poles from the giants.
All right, hold on. We gotta send Hatala back to the tree to get it.
Just hold it.
Can we just like put this down? So my arms are
We
giving
can
out,
use
y'all.
stasis.
Is the
What?
car clear? Or
I think did I get him out?
Yeah, you are out.
Yeah, I got him out. Y'all.
okay,
Can we use my hammer?
just leave it there.
Let's
Well,
keep
it is
simple.
magical, so it would keep it 5 feet open.
But
But
you
you
wouldn't
won't
have
have
your
a
hammer.
weapon.
Until you come back and lift it off of it.
Hmm.
Oh,
So it's
the wheels are
either
turning.
we go backtracking or I use my hammer.
Look, y'all. When we meet up
Wait,
again, we're gonna
Tor,
tell him.
don't you still have the ironwood in your bag?
Thought Neetup used that for
Y'all used some of it, but you said you were keeping a piece, I thought.
It's possible.
Because you had that
Depends on how
whole
much you
giant
need it.
ironwood bed frame.
That we
that
may
was
have
the
did
bed.
something with.
Yeah, but it's
Hatala,
got 2 long segments that would be perfect for holding up. One of those would be perfect for holding this up.
Oh,
knows what
in my mind, Core was actually using that as a bed back at the tree.
No, you gave a lot of it to Nita to use to making things.
and
We
I'm
have a
assuming
piece
that
of ironwood.
Hatala.
Here we go. We're gonna use this to prop it up.
Just keep it simple, y'all.
Yeah, I figured you were grabbing the bricks and stacking the bricks up from where we knocked down that wall.
Technically, if y'all take the time, you could do that and get your ironwood back.
Do that.
But for immediate purposes, you don't have time to do that. You have to put the ironwood in first.
That's good. Then we're onward.
All right.
This thing is really heavy.
Core.
You're not even lifting it anymore.
I went back to helping.
When you fell down underneath there, you slipped in a pile of people.
Oh,
Yeah, you would have. That makes sense.
I'm stinky again.
No, there's nothing
Yay!
stinky. They're all powdered.
I'm covered in dead people.
Yes, you're covered in white powder now.
oh.
So is it just like the back half of me?
I'm imagining you went face down.
Yeah.
And then rolled. Now
Now
I
you're
look like the
Kratos.
god of war.
All right. Now that you've got it propped up and you've built up the stacks of bricks and then removed the wood and take the wood back, you can see that there are 2 completely flattened people underneath the rock.
Oh.
And half of them
Ugh.
is covering a car.
Do they have any?
They've been down there long enough that there's nothing juicy left of their bodies at all.
Do they have?
Oh.
Is there any jewels or anything?
The only thing that survived is an extremely badly mangled set of thieves' tools in one of their hands, and the cloak that body was wearing.
I'm gonna turn to Atala and be like, so this is what happens when you mess up a trap, huh?
Yeah, keep it in mind.
You get smushed.
You said one of the cloaks is still good?
Completely intact.
Wait. I
That's
want to see.
gotta be magical.
I want to read the aura on it. Then I want
It
to
is
try
magical,
to detect.
and it is of the school of illusion.
It's not completely intact. It's just an illusion.
It's just an illusion. It looks like it looks
There's a. I couldn't tell anything else about it. Who is not wearing a cloak right now?
Ow.
Wink, are you wearing a cloak?
I got a cloak of elven kind.
Oh, okay.
I think we should just put it in the bag and
Let's
check it
figure
out
what the
later.
cloak is.
Let's see.
I'll tell you what the cloak isn't. It does not protect you against getting smushed.
That's
Mush
yeah.
cloak.
I
mean,
your
no,
deductive
wait.
reasoning is astounding.
Maybe it did. He survived the smushing, but he did not live. He couldn't get out of the rock, so he just stayed there.
Like that guy we found, remember?
Okay. Sorry, you tried to identify it?
Yes.
Make your crafting check.
You threw Arcana
No,
earlier. Or, no. Sorry.
I can do it. I'll do what he asks.
Yeah.
I mean, it is magical, so detect magic did detect it, but I don't see any dice rolls, so. Alright. You managed to identify the cloak as a greater clandestine cloak. It offers +2 bonuses to stealth and deception checks when activated. by basically putting the hood up, but it gives you -2 to diplomacy or intimidation checks while it's up. And when you pop it up, or once per day, you can activate a 5th level non-detection spell for 8 hours.
Please.
What does non-detection do?
Probably what it sounds like.
It makes the target difficult to detect via magic. Non-detection attempts to counteract all detection, revelation, scurrying, and divination made against the target or the target's gear.
And we, for magical detection, we are just beacons over here. We are swimming in magical items.
I guess unless anyone wants it, we'll just put it in storage.
Yeah.
I'm good with my cloak. It matches with my
Need it.
boots.
Need it might want it.
All right. And now you're looking at a doorway.
I'm gonna head to.
In the doorway, you can see one of the broken lockpicks in the doorway.
We might want to check for booby traps.
You want to check the those?
I look above me and I go, I found one.
I'm not talking about that one, Hatala. I'm talking about on the other side.
Tella, did you want to look at the lockpicks that were left behind? If they survived this long, they might be magical in nature or something.
They were pretty mangled.
They're totally mangled.
Very well. We're gonna assume they just biffed their disarm check.
Definitely got a 1 on that thing.
All right. You said you're looking for more traps.
It's not a bad idea.
So, other side of the door, possibly door being trapped, other than this one. Things like that.
Okay.
Well, you are definitely certain there is a trap, and it has already gone off, and there are no other traps.
We're good, guys. We're totally good.
Atala was right.
Of course, that would be my answer if it was a 1 as well. We're totally good. I unlocked the last one. Do you want to try this one, Hatala?
Yeah, does it seem like they succeeded in getting the lock undone?
Yes, it is undone.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just open the door.
Oh, well, that was easy.
Looks like they loosened it for us.
Oh, yeah, cool.
All right. You open the door, and on the other side, lays beyond the trap. Inside this room is a small armory of items. It looks like most of it has been lost to time and water damage, but you do find a few things in the room of value.
Tried to identify him.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
I didn't know if you were taking a breath or letting us right to.
Yeah. But how do y'all feel about this creepy underground sound?
It's creepy and it's underground.
Just trying to fill the space. That's all.
Okay, let me see. Hold on a second. Compendium. Equipment. Levels. All right. You find a pair of goggles. Hold on a second. I'm going to be writing these down. And a buckler shield. Let's see. All right. Hold on. I got some more. A ring. And a rod. And there's one last thing for me to look up.
Oops, I was muted. Or are you asleep?
No.
I have the little tiny icons, so it's hard for me to see. But your eyes look like they're closed.
Mm.
You look real comfortable right now.
Okay. I don't know how to describe this. A brass sensor dangling on a length of chain.
Interesting. Well, I'm intrigued. I want to check that thing out. See if it's magical or whatnot.
You see swirling text on it.
Oh, no, that's text. Core.
I'd like
It's
to.
got words and stuff on it.
I'd like to just use read aura on all this, see if anything's cursed before we go touching anything.
All right. You do not find any signs of curses.
Okay. I'll take a look at the sensor since he's handing it to me.
All right. Everything is magical for sure. You're not sure what it is, but it is holy, whatever it is.
You said it was holy core? Give it to Eve. Maybe she knows. She's our holiest. She's our holiest of compatriots.
Not when I get stabbed.
I will look it over. Yeah.
Make a religion check.
Oh, dancing on that one.
You don't
Thank
know
goodness
anything
for the seven.
specific about it, but you have heard of them. All you know is it's called a thurible of revelation. You don't know what that means.
So we had
Uh,
the.
But it is a divination item, and it is divine.
Maybe you should hold on to that, Eve.
Okay.
And what were the other two? A ring,
A ring,
rod.
a rod, buckler, shield, and some goggles.
Take a look at those goggles.
I'll pick the rod.
All right, hold on. It is a completely nondescript rod that's just sitting there. Only thing you notice about the rod is it has a single button on it.
I try to pick it up.
Okay, you pick it up.
When I press the button.
Okay, when you press the button, you can no longer move it.
I want to try to do pull-ups on it.
You can.
When I push the button.
You fall down to the ground.
Okay.
Probably should put your feet down first.
You can know what this one is.
What is it?
Well, it's a rod that doesn't move.
Oh,
It's immovable.
But you're moving it.
yeah.
Well, watch this.
You're just holding it still now.
Okay.
You're not even trying to move it. Come here, just hand it to me.
Right here, and I'll hand it to him, and I'll press the button right as tries to take it.
I could see me kind of like trying to pull it back.
Oh, now he's in on it. I get it. Okay.
Oh, I get it. You want to try it out?
No.
All
This
right.
is ridiculous.
The goggles have a bunch of clockwork gears around them and lenses everywhere.
Hey, Hatalo, would this be something that a crafter would use for small, like a clockwork dude? I don't know much about crafting, but I see those weird clockmaker guys that wear something with magnifying glasses or whatnot.
You know.
Yeah, I bought them. A pocket watch a time or two. They always wear them on their heads. What do you think?
Are there
You
Parker
bought,
watches?
you bought a pocket watch that you wear on your head?
No. What?
I'm just
I'm
curious.
confused.
I bought a
I would
pocket
like
watch,
to
but the guy that
establish.
built the pocket watch always wears this weird looking thing on his head.
Are
I
we
don't know what it's
advanced
for.
enough in the age that there's pocket watches?
Pocket watches do exist.
Okay.
They're very rare, though.
Alright, I had some money back then.
That was his daddy before he went to go get milk.
Hmm.
We have a clue. A clue.
I guess I'm gonna look over the goggles.
Okay.
Arcana or crafting, which would be best?
Arcana. Or craft, whichever one is highest for you. Or if they're the same,
They're
roll them.
close. They're close. Although that was a crappy roll.
I don't think we've done anything else. Right.
They look like ordinary clockwork goggles, but clockwork goggles are a single-use item that burn out after their use. These look like they're made of a higher quality material.
What would a normal clockwork goggles be used for?
Clockwork goggles, when you activate them, they one time give you low light vision, dark vision, and see invisibility for 10 minutes.
Those
But then
are
they burn
nice.
out.
Your
But
eyes.
these you say look like they really burn out your eyes.
These are designed to be used once per day.
So, upgrade from what I've got on my head.
Upgrade on everyone.
Is it possible? Do they have like even a like little jewelers?
No, they're
Thing
not
on
as
them
good as
too?
your other one, because the ones you're wearing last for hours.
Oh,
This is a single shot 10-minute thing per day.
We can. Oh,
They're still useful, but not as useful as your standard goggles. These are specific useful.
Yeah, yeah. What's that ring all about? You know I like my rings. Fiddle my fingers and show everybody my rings.
It is a silver band inscribed with smiling faces.
it's interesting.
I'm gonna do a little more
I'm
looking
gonna be
at
honest.
that
That's
thing.
kind of creepy.
Yeah, but I'm intrigued. I'm gonna try to check out the magical properties of it. Yeah, I don't see much.
No.
Lost in the smile.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And it just keeps repeating.
And while he's looking at it, Core, your spell starts to react with a cursed effect in the room.
Ooh. Do I get an idea of what direction?
It's the thing in his hand.
What?
Yeah,
Take
that's
away.
all yours. A card.
Told you it was creepy.
Yeah. Did you activate it? Did you put it on?
And he was just playing with it.
Yeah, I'm holding it. I mean, I have so many rings on.
He
Right.
tried to examine it.
Try putting it down.
The car's not really listening.
I could see him saying that too.
I can't hear you.
Oh man. All right. Well, I think this is where we say goodbye to a car.
What's wrong? Like, I don't understand. Like, is there something wrong with the ring?
Yeah, Car, do you want to tell us anything? Car, do you want to
Hold on a
walk
second.
over here to the other side of the room? Hey, Car, do you want to do 5 jumping jacks?
Akar, I think there's a death stone in the other room over here. Okay, there's definitely something wrong with
Hey, Car, we can see your pants.
it.
Is he just staring at the ring the whole time?
I have no interest in anything death related at all.
Okay.
Alright, we tie his shoelaces
I-
together.
I want to do thinking here. I want to throw. Is he wearing the ring? How's he holding it?
Hold on a second.
Is he like this?
Hold on.
I gave the ring to Winky. He has it right now.
Does Winky have it?
Winky.
No, I don't have it.
So you're lying to us?
Way to go, Winky. Lying to us.
Wait, who's lying to
Huh?
what?
I gave it to
What?
Winky. I just handed it to him.
I don't have it.
Gotta give us the wing, Winky.
I don't have it.
Car, he says he doesn't have it.
Well, I gave it to him.
Nothing.
This is
Check it.
weird.
I think Atala
Don't
just
you,
stole it from you. What do you feel like doing right now, Akar?
What? I mean, I feel fine.
Okay.
That's not his question.
Um.
You mean zone of truth? Hadala?
See, that isn't even Winky anymore.
What?
That is a squiggly thing. It's like a shadow copy.
Huh?
Y'all don't see that? It's not even Winky anymore.
What are you talking about? Okay, you
Huh?
said you gave him a ring. Now you're saying it's not even him?
Well, I mean, when I gave it to him, it was Winky, but now it's some squiggly shadow thing.
Can I see the
I
ring
don't,
on
I don't
the
have the
car?
ring.
You cannot see the ring on a car.
You gotta take
Yeah,
off his
who
other
puts
ring
rings
first.
on cars?
Well, the problem
Like
is
to-
you can't see the stuff on him anyway because of the magic.
I like to read
That's
the
what I
aura.
just said.
Yeah.
See the aura still coming from the car.
You do see the aura still.
Well, old buddy.
Should we get him to take off his other ring?
I can cast knockout.
Knockout? What?
Pretty cool.
I don't
There
have it
is no
prepared,
ring.
but
There
I
never
do
was.
have remove curse, by the way. But I'm kind of enjoying this.
Look, there is
so-
no ring. There never was a ring anyway. I don't know why everybody's all.
We saw the ring. And you
Saw
talked
the
about the
ring,
ring, and you talked about you flaunted your rings around. Are there any rings on his hand now after he flaunted them around? Or did he hide them all?
You want to give us the?
Katala,
Yeah.
make a willpower check.
Oh Jesus.
Oh. Squigglies. Let's will.
Yeah.
Okay. You never saw the ring, but you do believe that Kor saw it.
understand why everybody's getting so all worked up.
That's cool. How about
Because
What was that other thing that we need to look at? Wasn't it like a buckler or something?
I've got
like
this.
that?
I've got this rope right here. So yeah, let me just tie you up real quick.
Wait,
And you can
why do you
stand
wanna-
over by yourself over here.
Why do you want to tie me up? I don't understand.
It's
If-
it's an experiment.
Well, I want to test it out, the strength of the rope, so that when we tie Rinky up, we're having the ring.
And everybody knows
Well,
you're the
that
strongest
rope
here.
couldn't even hold me anyway. So
Oh, cool. Let's
well, why
try.
don't you show us that then?
I mean,
Let's make it a
y'all
bet.
are mad at me when there's this squiggly dude right over here. Y'all don't even. I mean,
Well, why do you
No,
right
hold on,
there
hold on.
tie someone up?
I'm grabbing Winky and I'm grabbing his arms and holding him behind him. I've got him under control.
oh, well,
He's
I mean,
held down.
So you got the squiggly dude. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I got him. I'm holding him. He's under our control. We're good.
Squiggle, squiggle.
Well, I mean, did y'all see the dinosaur that's sitting over there in the corner too?
The chicken?
You mean your dinosaur?
No, the T-Rex dinosaur. Where did Needip get here? Did he turn into a T-Rex without us knowing?
Yes. So
Yeah.
Okay.
we have 3 options. Try the rope.
Oh my gosh. We have a demon in the room. It's right over there. Point at Eve. Do you see the demon?
No
I see the horns and
surprise.
everything.
Yes. Accurate?
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
No.
Tala, when did you grow 2 feet? You're like 6 foot now, aren't you?
That's how I can hold Winky under my control.
Good job. Like, you've been working out too. Like, you buffed up. You're like 200 pounds.
Squiggle.
I don't understand, guys. I mean, everything's fine. I swear.
This is starting to stress me out.
I'd like to walk on the other side, out and around.
Or when did you start carrying a
Fire.
bow? I don't remember you ever getting a bow.
I'm gonna.
Where are all your other weapons?
You want
go?
to see it? Here,
just
hold
sell
on.
them?
I'm gonna hold one end of the rope and I'm gonna toss the other end of the rope, or the whole coil of rope to it, like I'm tossing him a bow,
Well, what's this for?
and I'll command it to tie him up.
Like, what? Why are you? What are you doing? Why are you tying me up? What is this?
It makes casting knockout easier.
You're gonna knock
Here,
me
just-
out now? I don't understand what's going on, guys. What? I mean, you got a demon, a squiggly dude in the room, and you're worried about me?
Squiggle, squiggle.
You
don't
suddenly
understand.
stop telling lies.
So yeah, all right. I have the ring, guys.
And the ring falls off your hand.
Yeah, I had the ring the whole time.
Let's put that
What?
in a bag.
In a bag.
In a bag, inside of a bag, locked in a box in a bag.
In a box bag, bog. And the evil bog.
All right, we're just gonna leave a car tied up here. He's obviously crazy now.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Or
I don't
alive.
see.
We don't believe you.
Well, that's understandable. I yeah. I don't know
love
what
the
came over
fact
me.
that The ring's description says whenever you start to be questioned by anyone that's any form of authority, you compulsively start springing more and more absurd tales to the point that you look guilty even if you are actually innocent.
That was fun. That was a fun little role play moment. I like that.
We're all voted to keep a car tied up.
Yes.
Well, I mean, okay, if I'm gonna stay tied up, can you at least just drag me with you?
Well, I was about to take
No, you can
another
walk.
vote for the cast
Like
knockout.
shuffle. Shuffle along.
Well, one of those I can walk, and one of those you're gonna have to drag me.
All right.
Sounds like less work. What if? I guess we'll just release him and look at the buckler.
All right.
I'm gonna
It's
go sit
made
down
out
in a
of
corner.
some form of extremely good quality white leather.
I can't place it to any kind of. I'd like to try to look at it, see if I can place the type of leather.
Make a nature check.
True, 'cause I'm amazing at nature.
Would you like for me to take a look at that as well?
Actually, I'm not bad at nature.
It is dragonhide.
Can I tell any kind of stats of the book or anything?
It's a white dragonhide buckler.
Try to I'll go ahead and equip it, see what happens.
Nothing happens. It's a shield.
Alright,
I was about to say, give me the rope.
just keep sitting down over there.
It's not
I'll
enchanted.
tie you up just because.
Magical material.
That
It's not enchanted. It's
That's
just
true.
made of a magical material.
bucklers. You can use a buckler while still using something in that hand. You have to
Correct.
raise
You just
shield.
don't get the benefit of the buckler.
You have to purposely.
Buckler only gives a benefit if you're not using something in that hand.
Yeah, because it's like a mini shield, if I'm not mistaken.
Does anyone need?
Correct. Hey, I don't know how that would affect my bow carrying stuff. That would be interesting.
That's the whole point. It doesn't affect it.
Right. It's basically attached to your
yeah.
arm.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah,
Here you go. I'll let you.
I like that idea.
At least it's not a weapon. After what we just went through with him.
I mean, technically, though, a buckler is a form of a weapon because they have things on it to slam and bash things because they have the little bulb on the front.
All right, calm down. Still telling lies. Jeez.
No, I just know my medieval weapons. I mean, it didn't do much damage, but it definitely made a difference in the battlefield versus having a flat shield. Also, the curved bell on the buckler for whenever you're blocking arrows and things like that, it gave it a deflection rather than
I walk
sticking
away.
into the shield. Mm-hmm.
While he's talking.
Look, I spent years on my warlord, okay? And I hardly ever get to use it. And then he just walks off and sits in the corner.
All right. There's no other exit from this room. It is in a locked armory. It looks like at one point there were many more things in the room, but most of them have degraded over time.
Okay. That's pretty much it. There's only one way in, one way out, right?
From this room, yes.
And so our only option is to go back to the big prepping room.
Yes.
Back to the prepping room.
Okay.
Hey, be careful going underneath the boulder. Don't knock those bricks loose.
I was gonna say we can get our board back, pick it up and get the board back and drop it back down.
It's propped on bricks now.
Oh, good job, Winky.
Yeah, we had to use the thing, and then we switched it out with the other thing.
Yeah, little by little, switched it out with bricks and got the board back. Yeah. Or you could just use your immovable rod just as a secondary safety feature.
No, I want to keep.
That would have helped. Would have been nice to have that before we went in there.
Well, now we have it. So if we ever run across a deadfall again, or a drop fall, or whatever, we'll be good.
Actually, an interesting thought. Next time that you're lock picking a car right before you fail, just make sure to put that above your head.
But yeah, just in case. But then a saw comes out of the floor and cuts me in half. I mean. You can't beat all of them.
But at
Yeah.
least it would cover a good amount.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okie dokie. So you are back in the preparation room.
Right. All right. What else did we? All right. So we checked out the stone. We checked out the mural.
There's a passageway covered in boulders.
Boulders.
Let's go do that.
The cavern collapsed in that direction.
Edip, can you make us a hole?
He's not there, so he can't.
All right. Let's start.
Hey,
digging.
Corey, you still have your shovel? Let's just start.
I gave my
shoveling
shovel
boulders.
to you.
Is he? Wait, is shovel used for boulders?
No, shovel is not used for boulders.
I was thinking that, but
It was Hitala. It was sarcasm. Okay, I mean, I just
look,
nowhere
you've
else
been
to go.
lying so much. I can't tell anymore.
I obviously see that it's going to take a long time for me to earn your trust back.
Well, it's
I
not
lost it in
necessarily
like
trust.
30 seconds. Completely lost it.
It's about sanity at this point.
Fair.
No happy rings for you.
If it's got a face on it, I'm throwing it away.
You gotta throw away your own chest.
Aw.
Actually, it has an eye now, not a face.
It has both. It's higher. I don't mean to offend, but it's entirely creepy.
I mean, when I take a bath, yes,
That's why I don't watch.
it's always looking at me. You
Watch
don't even have an eyelid. It's just always just staring at me.
That's the only reason you don't, Tala.
Yep, that's it. That's why I stopped.
Was Akar the only one,
Oh.
Tala?
Oh,
Actually,
definitely
here's
not.
my question. If he never took off the ring, would he still look like he's fully clothed even when he's in the bath?
That's
Yes.
why I was watching. I was very curious as to how the ring worked and what he was.
That's what it was.
You really? Every time I watched, he was fully clothed.
I mean, I didn't mind.
Of course, the thing that gets me, if he stands there to go wee, it looks like he's fully clothed but still weeing out anyway.
Hmm.
Oh, that just. I'm not going to say what just popped into my head.
Yes, he goes
Number-
to poo.
Yeah, just.
This is why he smells so bad so
Through
often.
the clothing.
It's not actual clothing, Atala. It's just an illusion.
Start taking more precautions.
Imagine-
into the bath.
Akar's actually been naked several times and no one ever noticed except for the one person who could see invisibility just watching him.
I got those goggles that let me see invisibility now.
Oh, man.
That's not, I'm sorry, I meant true sight.
I was gonna say that's the way that works. True
Yeah,
sight's a
see,
little,
now that you have those
harder to
goggles,
get
I'm gonna
to.
be.
Eve.
Now that you have those fancy goggles, I'm gonna be a little bit more uncomfortable about you watching me.
They're not gonna let me see anything.
You just let Hatala do this kind of stuff.
I'm not her mama. I don't want to be a
I
part
thought-
of that.
Man,
Mm-mm. She says, I don't even want to. Let's move on. Mm-mm.
I have to take baths fully clothed now.
I'm not watching anybody take a bath. Let's just move on.
Say that, but are you wearing a
I don't
ring?
know.
I told you as soon as I saw the ring, or as soon as y'all said it had smiling faces all over it, that it sounded creepy.
Okay. So you're at the boulders.
Yes, we start bouldering.
Oh, and sorry, the other available option is the other two sealed doorways that have more crypts behind them. Remember, like the one you came through was one of 3. I forgot to mention that too.
Okay.
Those would be easier to get through than getting through the boulders, but at the same time, it may just be empty halls of crypts.
Well, but so we figured when we went to that heavy animal area place, we were where we should be in distance wise. Do we feel the same way here that
Yeah,
it
at
wasn't
this
quite the
point, you're
same?
fairly certain you're underneath the temple. You just don't know where underneath it.
So I mean, that if I felt like that, I would want to deal with the boulders then, not try to go to those other places, unless I felt like that was closer to the distance we needed to be at for those other areas.
But you've also got to consider it this way. This place has been jumbled around, so there's no telling if everything's in structure or order.
Oh, I'm just saying, if I feel like I'm at the distance I'm supposed to be at, I'm going to search here. If I feel like I'm not, I'm going to search at the distance that I feel like I'm supposed to be at. Whatever that is.
Yeah, at this point, you don't have any good clue about that. It's up to you whether you want to go down the 2 hallways, try down the 2 other crypts, or go through the boulders.
Does the boulder look like it was a natural cave-in, or does it look
Boulders.
like a trap
Yeah,
fell?
it's not a hallway, it's not passages, it's actually large chunks of stone.
Let's try some doors first.
You want to rock, paper, scissors that?
Sure.
Rock.
Said scissors.
Now you move the rocks.
I said scissors, so I cut you for saying that.
That's not how this works.
That's not. I didn't. What did you guys pick?
I hit him with my pouch of rocks.
Paper. I'm gonna sit down here and read this book.
All right, we'll go to one of the doors.
Yeah.
All right, left or right?
Winky.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Do you have any hammer sense?
Let me see. I'll use my hammer sense.
No, your hammer is happy after you found that door.
Nope, we good.
It must not be locked then.
Well, these are bricked up doorways.
Oh, bricked up doorways. Gotcha. Well, I mean, they still probably aren't locked because
It's just a wall where a door was.
I say we got a method of getting through. Let's get through.
So I was like, Winky, which one do you want to go through? Hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, we're all staring at Winky like
left or right, or
Flip
whatever choices are.
Flip a coin. Right, because right is always right.
Okay.
All right. The fact that he rolled something right when you roll something scares me.
You hit the wall and make a nice crack in it.
I think he gave up. Finally defeated him.
What?
You hit the wall and you made a nice crack in it.
Okay.
All right, now you've knocked it open.
I walked through.
Okay. Inside are another set of graves. These are even higher quality than the ones y'all walked through.
It's all the same.
We hear him groaning.
keep
It's all
walking.
the same.
You find one of the graves is an extremely high quality grave, and it looks like at one point he had full armor on him. But by this time, it is all turned to dust.
Oh,
Full leather armor, possibly.
No, real armor.
Well,
This was someone buried with their armor.
well, I would be assuming that we would see like metal pieces still.
Yeah, it's just rusted bits of metal.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
So going up in quality is probably good for us. Is that how we're going to travel?
I don't know.
Let's do that.
No,
Let's
I
go
don't know
down
how
this
they.
hallway.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what we
we
were gonna
don't
do
know
anyway.
how they know how they
Also,
bury these people.
earlier you asked Eve about talking to the dead.
Yeah, we wanted to find people that were more likely to know where the grotto is. And it's possible that these could be them. Eve?
How does your ability work? Can
Were
you
you not
talk to
there when she
skeletons?
when you
Well, I mean,
were you
can she
not there
talk
when
to
she did it before?
skeletons though? Do we need to find somebody that's?
I don't think we have a choice on the decay amount here.
Well, that was just my question. I know she can do it. I just
That
didn't
was
know.
my answer.
I'm reading it to make sure I know what it does. But yeah, just pick somebody. I guess.
I mean, the one that was fully armored might be a good choice.
But what
This
if there's
looked
a
like the
better
dude
dead person?
that led the. It's like you got like a certain amount of questions, right?
I think it's 3.
She's looking
Alright,
for a
so-
better dead person.
When we did this before, we
Wait.
made some mistakes in the questions. Don't want to do that again.
So
3
how
questions.
are we term?
I want to keep
I'm
looking.
not
I mean, you would
asking.
think they would be like in the most honorable grave place, like with the most adorned armor. So,
Break the other one and let's see if that one's even better. Just in case.
oh, that's not a bad idea.
Uh,
Break through the other doorway, see if they're even more adorned there. Yeah, Winky, can you help us out with that? Are you playing a game over there?
No,
Liar.
I'm not.
Does he have the ring? Check
He's
if he's
got
got
the
the ring.
Do I need to break the other wall?
Yeah, we're gonna check to see if they're better, more higher honored dead here before we start asking questions of the dead.
Got it.
Okay, you put a small crack in the wall. And another small crack. And you finally break through.
Oh, yay.
This
I
one,
go check.
the bodies of the dead are in much worse state than the other. This hallway looks like it has been opened at some point, and most everything's been ripped out of all the cubbies.
Oh,
And there are claw marks in the hallway, like some creature went through, removing all the dead.
it's weird.
Does the area itself look nicer than the other area we were in? Like it had been?
No, they're the same construction.
Makes me think that this could possibly be the direction we want to go. But not the people, not the dead folks we want to ask, since there's none in here anyway.
By just smelling the area, any
I'm
different odors or go for any.
You smell perfume. I'm gonna go turn around and look in that other to the right, see if there's anybody else that is fully armored or decorated or any sense of that nature.
Also, make sure they aren't. We want to find a corpse that's not as beat up and has a throat.
Well, like Atala was saying, I don't think we really have a choice, but I will
Yeah, but
keep
if
my
they
eye out.
don't, but if they like have a destroyed whatever.
Make your plan for your questions before you even cast, because the condition of the corpse you're going to be using it on is going to be hard to get good information from. And based on its age, you already know you're not going to be able to ask, like, tell me the location of the grotto. Even if it knew it, it probably wouldn't make a good answer for that would be beneficial. But you could ask questions that are more generalized that would still help.
Like,
We're talking about like
is it on the
no.
north? Is it the north part of the mountain, south, or part of the? From the peak, what direction was the grotto, or was the fortress?
Yeah, I'm thinking like one word answer type deal.
Why were the demons attacking?
Excuse me.
If we just say what the 3 questions will be, and then he can just give us the 3 answers instead of us even playing through it, because
Well, we can do. Do we want to know why the demons were attacking? Or do you want to just scrap that one?
I don't know if that's important necessarily.
All right. Do we want to just go with a from the peak of the mountain, or are there multiple
Do we know where
peaks?
the peak of the mountain is? Yeah.
Yeah, because the mountain didn't just sink; it actually broke apart and was flipped around. And
Maybe
the legend says the island was picked up and thrown.
it could be upside down for all we know.
That is not a bad thought because it was told that when the waters are low enough, you find the entrance. So there may be like a mine and the island is upside down. Wow. Just broke my brain, Atala. Good job.
I mean, I want to feel like, is there a secret to finding this? But like, that's too open ended because it could just be like, no.
You want to just go with a why were the demons attacking? Then that'd be something that they would know. I don't know if it is important or not, but
they were okay. What do we know about the possibility of who we're talking to? Because like, if they were fighting with the guy, or they're the guy, I can't remember his name, Alric or something.
Talking about the one that Boyata knew?
That led the attack.
Talking about the Ibram Gannon? The guy?
Yes. Ibram Gannon.
Alright, so we're either gonna like luck upon talking to that person or somebody that knew them. And we're hoping that we can know something about that attack, because they're the ones that went to the grotto and did the last fight, and it stopped there, right? Am I right about that? Is that what we know?
Do we want to try to get information about the demon that's trapped there? If that was the last fight?
Like anything that can get us to it, but also anything that is imperative to like understanding before we get in there.
Yeah, but we got to get to it first.
Because here's what's interesting about the whole situation. This person led the attack. This person, from what I understand, the battle stopped there, but also the demon is still there. So the question, an important question to know is the demon trapped there on purpose? Is
That's a
us
good
going
question.
in there going to free it? Stuff
That's
like
a good
that.
yes or no question. That's a good yes or no question. Absolutely. That's a good single
Say we
word
go for it.
answer.
Then we could always come back later and ask more questions another day after we not murdered everyone, but
So
resolved
just
the
go
issue.
go to each one.
I like that.
The spell automatically fails if cast on someone again in a week. So you have to come back a week later.
Well,
Same person.
yeah, but we got a whole hallway.
Got a whole slew.
Got a whole catacomb.
All right, so when we get to number 7 down there, we can restart on this one. Just start cataloging everything.
It's like we come back out of here like 7 years later. We know everything about this island, and then it's like
We know
destroyed. There's
exactly
fire
what's
everywhere. We totally failed the entire mission because the whole world. It's like, ah, darn it.
But we know.
Was there anything that we got from the mural that would help us ask questions?
The mural was from the heyday of the fortress. And the fortress was never mentioned in the fight that sealed the demon away.
Okay.
All right, so one of the things we need to know is, were you a part of? Oh shoot, they wouldn't know if they're like a part of this particular demon attack or not.
Right. Was the grotto? Were there already?
Would they have
was it already
called it-
sunk?
Did they call it a grotto back then?
What's the name of the location that you fought at?
Oh, that's a good one.
Do we know if there were any castles or I'm trying to say is any kind of government seat that's still in place? Would Eve know that? Any ancient royal line or noble line that might still
the
own
people
land?
here would not know if their capital was the same capital back then.
Worthless to me, Eve.
Dang.
You're
Can't hear
muted.
You're
you.
dying.
Oh no, we heard you at the end.
Yeah.
I
was weird.
don't know what that was, but I will remember that when you're dying. Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
She's gonna be like, "Are you worthless? Am I worthless to you now?"
Stand up.
Pushes her finger in
Am
your
I
wound.
worthless now?
Well, if I'm down, then something else bad is happening that she might have to take care of.
I'll just leave. I'm just gone.
I'll remember that. Maybe I don't want to be on the front line anymore.
Oh gosh.
All right, so questions that we're asking.
Was it called the grotto back then? Do we know that? Do we know if that's a new name for it? Do we know if that's an old, or do we not know?
Do we
You
care?
do not know anything specific about that. All you know is you've heard it's called the grotto.
All right, so we can name the person who fought, though. We can
But
say
you do know
the
it's about
last
crystals,
and.
because it was a crystal grotto.
All right, so we know it's about crystals. Ooh, gosh, that could be creation crystals. That could be really, really. Anyway, that's a whole other thought. We can name because we know who led the attack. Do we know if that person died in that attack?
You do not know that.
Okay. So what we can do is say that name is say
Abraham Gannon.
gosh.
Lord Ganondorf.
When he led the attack on the crystal area.
2
I think your
hours
questions
later.
need to be a little bit more simple than that. Because that sounds like more than one question.
Do you know the location of the crystal, or do you know of Crystal Grotto? That way we know if he even
Yeah,
knows that,
just
yes
go
or
from
no.
there.
Or it may have been called Crystal Caverns, Crystal Mines, but sticking with the word crystal, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, but think
Where are
about
the
it.
Listen,
Do you?
if we ask him where it is, then if he doesn't know, he doesn't know. But if we ask him where the crystal grotto, if he knows that, that's one question gone.
Right, and not only that, he can just say it, yes or no doesn't actually get us anywhere. Besides, so if we say where is the Crystal Grotto,
Says I don't know.
that gives us the answer to either.
What direction is the Crystal Grotto?
No, that's not going to help because they don't know where they are probably.
Can you draw us a map of the Crystal Grotto?
Yeah, I mean, just keep it simple. Where is the Crystal Grotto? And we can kind of run off of that, but
Do we care at all about the demons?
I
Why they're coming?
do think I want to know. Oh,
Say we go ahead and
here's what's sad. It's probably not even going to matter because we're going to go, where's the Crystal Grotto? And they're going to be like, I don't know.
say we just go ahead and execute. We don't need to torture ourselves. We can bomb the story.
I think that if we need to find more about the demons and why they might be coming, I think there might be tombs, some type of literature or something that we might found in leather, something. But that's a lot of information.
Eve, do you have an idea of what you're going to ask?
What? I'm writing down whatever y'all asked me to. Word for word. So what am I asking? Where's the crystal grotto? That's all I got.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Depending on what it asks or what it says
You have
after that.
10 minutes. I have 10 minutes to do this, right? So after I ask that, then you guys can decide what I ask now. But you only have 10 minutes to decide. So you
want
gotta
to start with where's the Crystal Grotto? And y'all have already thought of a few possible questions?
Yeah.
Well, no, we haven't.
Okay.
But we're torturing ourselves trying to figure it out, and it's going to take forever for us to get through this, which means we can never do this again.
The amount of time it'll take us to come up with questions, we could have asked 3 people. We've done the spell 3 times.
Yes.
So I love when this is going to get us nowhere. Let's just do it.
That's what we're saying. We're kind of to a point where we could sit here and come up with questions for
Why
hours.
were the
and never
demons
move on.
attacking?
Oh my god, that's so long.
We'll just start and see where we go.
We're starting with the first question, and then you guys can decide what I ask.
Yeah, start and see where we go. We'll just got a roundabout. We got a roundabout idea.
Hi.
All right, so what's your first question?
Where is the Crystal Grotto?
You can barely make out it saying under courtyard.
Central courtyard?
Like who's?
Yeah.
We can look up names later.
I like cores. Whose courtyard?
Whose courtyard?
Set.
Did you say set?
Eric set.
Eric set.
The name of the fortress.
Yeah.
Eric set. Courtyard of Eriset, the fortress.
Which is where we are, guys.
Yes.
Is it?
This is it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, last question. Alright, I'm gonna give you guys some chances to come up with something.
Why were the demons attacking?
I'm gonna say that would be it, unless we come up with something else.
Is that it?
What, Kai? We can't
I'm
hear
allowed
you
to
right now.
talk?
She doesn't
'Cause
want
I
to talk.
wasn't talking.
Yeah, she
Yeah, I
doesn't
don't
want
know
to
if I'm
talk
allowed
because
to
she doesn't want to
talk.
accidentally ask a
Oh.
question.
But like,
Like, hurry up. What's the...
I think that would be the last question if nobody's got
I'm-
anything else.
Yeah, let's just roll with it. Why were the
Why were
demons?
the demons attacking?
Is that it?
Yep.
She does not like that question.
Ask him what he had for
If you got
breakfast.
something better,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
I don't know if you even know it. Do you know the demon that's trapped in the Crystal Grotto? I'm gonna say yes if he does.
There's a demon trapped in the grotto?
He doesn't know. Okay.
I mean, that's 3 questions.
And he
And
goes back to death.
See you
And
next
they
We'll
week.
see you in a week. See you next week.
well, I don't
Yeah.
know because they don't know that they know the Crystal Grotto. They know it's under the courtyard. The courtyard is here, which means that
Why do
in
you
this
keep saying
area,
the courtyard is here?
because this is Erosite.
Yeah, we're in Erosite, and he said the courtyard of Erosite. This is the
But why
fort.
why is this location we're at now? Why are we inside the fortress?
When
He
why
confirmed
are we
that.
inside, or do you mean how do we know we're inside?
Yeah. How do we know
The depictions in the room
that there was a
were
dwelling of
what,
that?
and you remember all that when a car was
Yeah,
like,
but
oh, this is depictions
is
they
of
what-
didn't
Erosite.
find the statue.
This is what they taught me in when I went
But
through my
I
training.
mean,
They didn't say this is this place though.
I thought it was
did they?
just a mural of it. But are you saying
Yeah,
that
like the
because that there is
story.
a mural here that it would have been a person that?
I thought it meant this is that location.
I thought we just.
Because
Based off-
historically, Erised was the home of a group of hunters of demons.
And based off my war lore that I was taught when I was training, this is the place, and I recognize this place from what I was taught.
People have been looking for it. We just stumbled upon it. Nobody has been in this area of this place. It
Except for those
looks.
two.
Yeah, they didn't make it far though. It looks like, this is my guess, we are very near where the temple for Gazra is. I think this is Erosite. I think the courtyard is close, and this temple is near the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say off the coast of this area is probably where you can access the actual grotto. I also am of the belief that the demon that is trapped within the crystal grotto is probably tainting the people that are in this temple.
And it's attacking the most devout first.
The weekend?
No, not
Or
necessarily
no,
that.
no, okay.
That's
but-
not what was happening.
Yeah, I may
They
have
were
got-
attacking the most devout to be able to take over the
Yes.
temple. and
Okay.
have-
So I got it backwards. Yes. So yeah, I got it backwards. But yeah, I agree with you, Atala.
like it all makes sense. If the crystal grotto is underneath this area, it makes sense why this area became tainted so much. That's all I'm saying. Everything seems to make point to that.
Or are they? Okay. So do we keep trying to go down, or are we? I mean, are we trying to? We're still trying to get to the temple,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because the entrance to the actual grotto is going to be seaside, right? Based off of what we know, so we still would need to get outside to get there. I mean, is there a possibility it's accessible through one of these areas? Maybe, I don't know, obviously, but
I'd really like to go to sleep before we go in that temple, you guys.
You don't want to use some more spells?
Well, I mean, like, I can use more spells right now, but, like, I'm kind of out of a good chunk of...
Yeah.
You've only done like 3 things.
But they're pretty high level stuff.
Oh, okay. Are you
Like I've
tired?
used all of like half. I only have 1 4th level left. So.
And I mean, she already declared
Well,
she's not gonna use it on me.
Okay, so here's the thing though.
Core's like, I don't care.
We've got 2 passageways open right now that we haven't gone all the way down.
Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Go down the
The one we're in first,
Yeah.
or the one that looks like it's possibly connected to people doing stuff to dead bodies.
Not the sound of people.
No,
There's
demons.
No sound of people. There's sound of monsters.
Yes.
Let's go. We're gonna shut the door of the looted.
No door.
It's
There's
just
no
a
door.
wall.
Let's just go down
We'll
the.
replace the bricks.
We're
with
gonna
the
go down
wall.
the hallway that we're in, the luxurious, this still intact hallway.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna sprint down it so we can cover some ground.
After traveling down it a little bit of a ways, you notice that the section of the hallway just stops, and there's a bit of regular cavern carved through a bit, and then ordinary, just wide open, like a limestone after it's been dripped through and things like that, a natural cavern again. And then you can see down below bits of stonework that look like the area you were in. It looks like when this hallway hit, it then went and moved on down.
This hewn rock and not hewn rock.
And this is all natural where you're at. This is where it broke open with whatever happened.
So essentially,
This
the
place was
hallway is
completed
below us.
before it fell apart.
Well, my thought with how we get a read on.
But you can see manufactured stone down below.
So apparently, the hallway that continues from this hallway is now below us, but we're seeing into an open cavern.
Yes.
Just to put my thought out, I don't know how big the raised arms were, but if we're going from hewn rock to just cavern rock, I don't know if it was catacombs or if we were digging through like the arms, upraised arms, or if that's all part of something else and I'm just way off.
Well, I think the upraised arms are outside in the coast somewhere.
Okay. I'm probably just
showing where the entrance to the grotto is, because what I think happened is the temple or whatever, the entrance that was there that was commemorating it had that statue. It got either thrown out or pulled out or whatever. It's outside the area and is right outside where that entrance is. And it looks like an octopus now because over time it got worn down and worn down and worn down.
we keep going, or is there?
Charles, how far down is that hewn stone, or what
Make a
looks
perception
like
check.
looks like actual stone of what could be the hallway continuation?
Your best guess is the passageway slopes down and goes down probably about 20 or 30 feet down. But as you're looking around, you notice up about 10 feet up and about 50 feet, about 10 feet up and about 20 feet to the left, there is another bit of finished stonework, and you can see light from it.
Hey guys, do you see that light over there? Right there. Right up there.
Whenever you look, you do see it.
Okay.
I mean, that would indicate that something is definitely above us, possibly the temple. I'm very curious about the other direction, though, where there are certainly creatures.
So, what the light was? It just part of the rock?
Make a perception check. It looks like a lantern is sitting on a table.
Lantern. Can we climb up to it?
Yeah, it wouldn't be too difficult.
Try that.
Follow.
Okay. Do you have your lantern lit where you're going?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to see otherwise.
Okay. Make your athletics check. Is anyone going with him, or is he going by himself?
I'm going with him.
I'll go with him too.
Cool.
Okay, y'all make it up there pretty good. It's not a difficult climb. You get to the edge. You're basically on a ledge that's about, you have to make a little athletics jump to get across. But from where you are, you haven't jumped yet, but from where you are, you can all see that this is a section. It looks like a balcony like you would see on the outside of a building underground. And on that balcony, someone has set up a table, and you can see some old food sitting out there and papers, and this looks like a desk someone uses.
Does it look like the same
Like
equipment?
currently?
Is this?
It's not, the food is not even rotten.
Does it look like any of the stuff that the demon Boyata had underneath the abbey?
No.
Ooh, that would have been
This
funny
looks
if
like
we ran into him
extremely
again.
rich, luxurious items.
So is it like where someone's been storing a lot of their stuff?
This is food that's
It looks
good.
like
They're
somebody's
like
living here, Core.
they're like
somebody's living in this area.
And it looks like the balcony has a doorway going inside.
picking up-
this could be like the bottom section of the temple where like somebody comes and studies.
do you want to go check out that door?
The stonework is incredibly old, and it shows signs of being weathered with rain and time.
Man, this
Should
would
we
be a
jump across
great
and check
time
this
to have
out?
that alarm spell.
Y'all want to jump across and check this out?
Honestly, I feel like I know where this is going to get to. I feel like Eve stated specifically she doesn't want to get into the temple till we've slept, and I understand that. So I don't really want to provoke anybody just yet. Even though this could be somebody who is on our side, we have no idea. I'd rather be stealthful, maybe see who this is before we just head up there and
You want to make
spook.
perception checks while you're here?
Yeah.
What if they're still here?
Your dice hit my dice and gave me a 1.
That's not how it worked.
That's what I saw. I saw it.
All right. Akar, you're looking around, and while you're looking around trying to see anything, you instead notice that there is a very cute little worm crawling towards your finger, and you're like, oh, little worm.
Hey there, little buddy. Hey. Did you guys see anything?
Core, you don't notice anything specific. Hatala, you do notice that the food is probably what's left over after someone ate this morning's breakfast. The food's been sitting out all day, and you can see that down below is where the food that's not been eating is being thrown down. So someone is living down here, and they're disposing of their trash down below to the area below. You also notice that the person who is living here has a lot of accoutrements that would match magic users. Either a sorcerer or a wizard, you're not certain, but this does look like someone uses this to study magic, and there are a few bits of arcana that to you scream demonologist, something like that, someone who studies demons. And the carvings, this area is ornately carved, and it matches more the carvings down underneath that y'all found in that room with the dead.
Oh. I'm gonna let them know this. I am very curious about who is here, and I don't feel like it has anything to do with the clerics or the temple we're trying to get to.
Did they leave any of their books?
I mean, they were studying demons for sure. There's got to be some kind of book or
Atala,
something
you
here.
can make one more perception check since you're the one that saw everything.
Look, I found a little worm.
Yuck.
The only thing you note is on the table is a piece of paper that looks like whoever was here was doodling. You can see what looks like crude pictures, but you have to go over there to see what they are.
Okay, I'll do that.
Make an athletics check to get over there.
Yo, watch my
We need to throw you.
cover me. No, I'm not gonna Gimli this.
Okay, you make it over there without a problem. You find a sheet of paper, and on it is drawn several crude depictions of what you guess is the temple armor, but they have giant mouths like they're idiots, you know, that kind of cartoonish drawing. And it's a picture of someone that looks powerful hitting them over the head.
So I'm getting the sense this is somebody who doesn't like the way things are going in this temple. And this is a area they go to get away from all the bullcrap. Like they would be allies to us.
As you're standing there, you start to hear the sound of someone approaching, but before you go, you see a crystal on the table. It looks like pure amethyst, but it's probably the largest amethyst you've ever seen in your life. You only have a few seconds.
What are you
I-
doing?
I'm gonna hop back. I mean, since somebody's coming, I'm take note of what I've seen and hop back over the gap as quietly as possible.
Okay.
I'd be like, shh.
If you tell us someone's coming, I'll put out my lantern.
Yeah.
And I can see that Core in a car would probably be like, you know, if there's not a big foothold in the wall or whatever we climbed up, that we would be helping Atala jump back and, like, you know, grabbing arms or whatnot.
Once Atala gets back and gives the warning and Kor puts out his lantern, you can hear the door open up and a man walks out on the ledge, grabs the food, takes a sniff at it, throws it down, puts the plate back up, grabs a bottle, pours some water in it, swishes around, pours that down, sets it down, picks up the crystal, looks at it a little bit, puts it back down, yawns, stretches, and goes back, and you can hear the sound of a bed being entered.
And the bed is down here.
Yep.
In that area. When they looked into the crystal, was there any magic or anything that was occurring?
You not noticing, but make a perception check, just you. There is something magical about the crystal, but you don't know what.
We didn't recognize the person at all.
Nope.
Did they have any of the cleric type armor on, or?
They do not. They are wearing wizard's robes.
Do they have any type of sigils or jewelry or anything like that we may have noticed?
They have what looks almost like a family crest on their chest, on their brooch, but only Hatala got to see it. Close enough.
As soon as I can, I want to try and draw that out. If it's, later while we're about to rest or anything, so I can show that to Core.
Okay. You're going to climb back to where you were, or are you going to do anything else before you go back?
I don't want to disturb this guy. I don't want him aware of us. And he's just sleeping over there, so.
Yeah, and it's late too, so I think we should go back.
I mean,
Maybe
I
address this in the morning.
think they'll be allies, but I don't want to mess that up right now.
Well, if we're gonna test that fact, we probably need to have the full party just in case. And I know Eve wanted to sleep, and you were worried about this leading to the temple, but
Oh, I still think it leads to the temple.
As y'all are debating, you hear the sound of something shuffling along down below.
Is it what he's feeding?
Some fairly large creature comes up and eats the slop that was dropped down there and crawls away.
Is that the same area that even Winky, or is this like a different tier? Or
Down at the bottom near where you saw the stonework.
just
30 feet down from where 40 foot down almost from where we're located, because we're on the wall close to the
Yeah, basically y'all would have to go back, draw out that symbol, the family symbol, and then do some research to try to find anything about it. If y'all want to follow that route.
I could probably pop the yurt up in that big room that we were in where the.
Well, we still have a problem because we have a passageway open to where creatures are, and we don't know what's that way. And
Man, it'd be really nice to have Needed with us. He could just make a wall.
We do have. Well, we have a wall. We have a passage that we can hide behind. We have an armory. We could just have to pick the stone up again.
Yeah, that's true. That would be a very safe place to sleep.
That is true.
You want to just execute on that? We've got rations. Fast forward a little bit.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with popping the yurt up.
That at least feels safe.
Yeah. And now we have the immovable rod, like,
So what are you doing?
We're going to sleep in the armory tonight, guys?
We're gonna go. Yeah, I guess we're going back to the big room. Lift the stone. Prop it.
The stone's still up.
Yeah, because we have bricks under it. We have bricks under it.
Yeah.
Oh.
We would need to knock the bricks out of it, but we could do that pretty easily and have the.
Well, we can lift the stone. We can lift the stone up a little bit, put the immovable rod, bring the bricks to our side.
But we want to slowly move the thing down because we don't need this going boom and then that dude being like.
There's one problem with that. Picking it up from the first side, the entire side was open and you could all get under there and pick it up. On the other side, there's only the doorway.
We don't.
So you're saying if we drop it down, we won't be able to pick it up?
That block seals the armory for good.
We don't have to put it all the way down. We just need a giant creature not to be
But
able
once
to
it's down at all, the door can't open anymore.
Oh. Let's just leave it up. It's a door. Let's go back to the tree.
Yes. I always forget about the tree.
But who's going to stay behind and guard the doorway then?
We could take shifts. Core and I hardly sleep at all anyway.
Okay.
Fine with that.
All right. You have a nice sleep again. Nothing really seems to go wrong, but give me 1 second. All right, y'all sleep through the night. It's 6 a.m.
We're ready to get back on the road again?
Yeah, we need to at least check out that area where the creatures are.
Well, what
At
is...
least stealthily see.
Oh, we would have to actually research the...
I mean, there's two options there. We could research the crest,
We don't have the
come back,
resources to research
check
it.
them out. Well, I mean, technically we do, because we could go to the tree, then we could go to the town.
Well, you do know the path to get back to where you were easily, so y'all could go back to town, research it, and come back down there without any problem. There's nothing stopping you from doing that because it's all a direct, easy route.
Yeah, and then the only other thing we need to keep in mind is that if we want to find the grotto, we need to make sure that when the storm is occurring, we need to get somewhere off the coast of where this area is to see if we can find the entrance or whatever it is. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but I think it's just important to note that the storm is key to finding it, and we don't want to miss that opportunity. The other option would be just talk to the guy. We could do that several different ways. One of them is we could just message him from in the cavern.
Just go talk to him.
And maybe he knows about the trap demon.
Y'all, we agree on that?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Let's do it.
So we all going to make the climb?
Well, we don't necessarily have to make... Well, we just need to... Here's the thing. He's a wizard. He's got magic. One thing that's interesting, though, is that either he already knows we're here because he has some alarm or something that we've already tripped, and he's being coy about it, or he doesn't, and we're going to spook him, and he's going to fireball our butts. So I'd like to, from afar, let him know we're here and that we're not trying to harm him. So like I said, message from far, distance where we can see, but not, attack, and then get him an idea. Just Core, I think, would be great at being able to talk to him. You've
What
got
would you
that
even ask him, Core?
diplomacy.
Right.
What would you even ask him when
You
you
know-
message him?
Okay, but hold on.
Are you a good guy or a bad guy? Like,
Previous
what would you
Core,
ask him?
I'm not sure about this Core that we've had for a little while. I think him becoming a werewolf has begun to rot his brain.
Well, he's still very diplomatic, even being a werewolf, other than the fact of biting.
He diplomatically dealt with a whole bunch of trees.
Just want belly
yesterday.
scratches.
Well, it's hard to do that when you have your armor on.
He's just missing his buddy Nita.
Yeah.
It really is what it is. He's just compensating.
Missing the balance.
Okay,
Alright.
but yeah, that's
Y'all do
my
anything before you
suggestion.
leave camp?
Eat breakfast.
I have drawn the crest thing, shown it to Core at least.
All right.
Hey, it's ham and eggs, guys. Hope you like ham and eggs, because that's what we got.
Are they
Okay.
agree?
You eat your food and head back towards the hole to get to where you saw the balcony. As you approach, do you want to use stealth to approach, or are you just going to walk right up?
I'm not walking. I want to, from a distance,
That's what I'm
let
saying,
it
to
be
get
known.
in vision range. Do you want to sneak that way, or just
Oh,
walk?
I want to be in obscurity as we first reach out to
Okay.
the guy, because I don't want him just.
I say we send
Attacking the
in
image.
a car and Hatala early, then we'll just come tropsing in and talk to him.
Well, I can
You want
sneak
to,
for, I
you
can
want to
sneak for all of
Gandalf
you
this?
guys.
The dwarves. It's like, oh,
Well,
there's
we're not
only
trying to
2 of
hide
us.
from him. I just
There's one more. Oh, there's the one
You
more.
should
Okay, but there's
probably-
another one. Yes.
You should make sure that if he would have a problem with my fit.
Yeah, you should definitely stay back at first for sure.
Okay,
Hey, we do have that one thing that's a disguise thing.
So first off, go ahead and make your stealth checks for the two of you approaching first, just to get within range of seeing.
Yeah,
with
like-
Hatala's description also of him bashing the church
on.
folks, I would like to alter from wearing the armor.
I love
Okay.
my stealth.
Thought you already did that.
No,
On a
I've
7,
been
that's normal,
remaining
30.
whole time.
Y'all have snipped your way up to get within visual range of that balcony, and as you do, you see him standing on the balcony talking to someone.
Oh, then I am listening to this.
Oh,
Make a
can you hear what
perception
he's saying? Can you hear what he's saying?
Shut up. Ugh.
The dice tonight.
Okay, you can't make out the words, but you can make out that there is a woman in priestly garb standing there, and he's berating her. You don't know exactly what's being said, but you know he's angry and he's talking to her, and every now and then he grabs the crystal and holds it to her forehead for a second, and then goes back to yelling at her again and giving her commands.
Would I know of what magic that Crystal might be using based off the fact that he was putting it near her forehead? Some kind of.
Your guess is
divination
it's
or-
some form of mind control, something that influences the mind. The material of the crystal, now that you've seen it used that way, reminds you of the skull from the north.
What skull are we talking about?
As soon as you saw that crystal, you're reminded of that skull for some reason.
But what's what? I don't. Derek doesn't
you remember
remember
the skull now.
The one that always would make us forget stuff.
You remember it now. You remember what it looks like.
I don't know what to do with this information. I am I'm conflicted because this does not seem if he is controlling someone up there. Did I get a good look at the woman?
You got to
Guard?
look at her and you can describe her.
I want to go to Eve and I want to describe this woman to Eve to see if it is the woman that, if she knows her.
All right, you describe her?
Yeah.
All right. Eve, his description sounds a lot like a slightly older version of Amaya Sedretti.
That's the mother.
That's the new mother.
Mother.
The one that was... Okay, now I'm thinking this guy's not on our side.
Well, it's a good thing that you jumped back across.
Well, no, it's a good thing that we caught him right when he was talking to somebody and controlling them. But here's the thing: if this guy, this guy's the entirety of what's going on here, I mean, we just like knock him out in his sleep and just.
We should have did that last night.
Well, we didn't know, but we need to know.
So we're gonna spend another night in this place?
I'm not saying that, but I'm.
Well, I mean, I'm down for that.
But right now, it looks like this guy is controlling her, and she's the one who seems to be the one behind.
Yeah, and she used to be nice.
Before all this happened, all of a sudden she just changed.
When I was there, she was really nice. But she did not.
Wanted to kill you.
She, no, yeah, well, yeah, and she didn't handle the aggression of some of the people that were there well.
No, that's the other mother.
Okay, so we got the names mixed up.
Yeah. The original
so
mother that was your mother was the really nice one, and her problem was she didn't handle aggression well because she was too kind and too forgiving.
Never mind, backtrack it. Because
backtrack.
Yeah, that was what Madria versus Amaya.
Yeah.
Has this
Amaya
one?
is the one who took her place after Madria died.
Yeah.
So has she always been mean then, or?
Oh yeah, she's got anger issues.
She was arrogant, but she was still
within the bounds of
priest.
I'm with you, Atala. I don't like this dude.
And the things that you do know, no one has seen her outside of the temple in a couple of years.
I'm of the mind, like, it's crazy, you know, but I'm of the mind that, like, we kidnapped this dude.
Okay.
I mean, Core's got that rope.
I know.
It works really good.
Is that the play?
Wait till he goes to bed, or are we just gonna jump him when he comes back down? Or...
Well, first of all, we get that crystal off of that table. That takes away his ability to control their minds.
Agreed.
And ours, if he ends up getting to us.
We need to use the tongs. Make sure we use the tongs. We don't know how it works yet. Yeah, but
I have
holding
gloves.
It. Maybe he has the control over it, but just as a precaution.
Well, we're gonna but we're getting that out of his control. He leaves it on the table when he goes to sleep. Is there anything else that we've noticed that could be a powerful magic that we could remove from this area so that he can't use it?
No, you've not looked in his room yet.
There is that one thing that's down there I don't know if he has control over that thing or if it can climb. I don't know. But
I mean,
we
that's a.
might have to worry about that. It
We
might
can
be a familiar.
think about it, but it might be something we cross the bridge when we come to it.
It might be a familiar.
So,
I mean, I have one, and I'm not even.
So we're sneaking back up there. Or at least you two are. You're going to try and get the jewel. Are you going to try to sneak into his room after that, or are we all trying to get up there when you give us the signal that he's not there? Or if he is there, are we still climbing up to him?
What if we all just go across over there? We get the crystal so that it's in our possession, and we hide in that room, and when he exits, we pounce on him.
Well,
or do we want him awake? Because we could have him just be asleep and just go over there and just tie him up.
Well, see, the thing is that based off of what we noticed yesterday.
Because if anything, the biggest thing we want to do is talk to the guy.
His breakfast was sitting on that table. So
he was gone all day.
So maybe he only comes down here for breakfast.
Well, no, he sleeps here for one.
Well, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like he comes down for breakfast and then he comes down to sleep.
Is he still there?
We haven't been having this conversation next to him.
No, we would have.
Oh no, we were back in.
You have to go back to check.
Like, did he leave and then we left, or was he still there when
he was talking when you went back to talk to Eve?
Okay, so he was still talking to the woman.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But okay, so based off of the one day we have observed him.
Yeah, the one day. That's the only thing we have to go off of.
The only thing we know is he had a breakfast, and he came back at the end of the day and threw it down the pit. And
what was left over?
Yeah, what was left over, threw it down the pit.
Mm-hmm.
And you still have that family crest that he's wearing.
Yeah, so we could learn more about that before we try and kidnap him too.
So
that might be a good play.
From the underneath the abbey where you first got indications of Ibram Cannon, there was a family crest there. Does that match up to what Hatala drew? Or is it two separate crests?
They are very similar.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that information, but there you go, Hatala.
So you're saying that the person what is this person?
Ibram Cannon was the guy that led the charge to fight the demons.
And his crest is close.
He was the last survivor after the demon was imprisoned.
Uh-oh.
We lost the core.
Uh-oh.
At least his video.
He just lost his video.
Well, who is that guy? Back. Give me a kick the cable.
Eve, is there a way that demons can take over human bodies?
Like
demon possession is real.
Yeah. So it could be possible.
So are we thinking this guy might
the character said that the character drawing that was there, it looked like a strong person wearing the armor, and what was hitting it over the head?
No. The person in temple armor looked like an idiot, blah 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 blah, and someone who was strong and powerful was beating them on the head.
But they looked human?
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe
he's the strong guy.
Just need to talk to this guy. Either stealth up there, give us the signal, we'll climb up.
Tie him up?
We'll go from there. Whether we gotta...
Oh, we got this.
Whatever, we just need to act. We need to do something.
Eve, are you okay? You look distressed.
Never okay with this group. I'm not.
Alright, so plan right now is if he's not over there, we're gonna get the stone. We're gonna check out the area. If he is over there, we're gonna hop over there while he's over there because I feel like that's not gonna be a good idea.
That's why I'm asking you guys to check first.
Oh yeah, okay.
By
the way,
Atala, you want to go invisible on this one if we do this?
I can walk on the ceiling.
What?
Is there a ceiling there?
Keep your voice down.
Yeah, calm down. Is there a ceiling close to where we were doing that? Like, or is it farther up?
It's farther up, yeah.
Okay. So I would still need to traverse across that.
Yeah.
Or fly.
Wait, you can use your feet to hang from any surface that can support your weight. Does that mean a wall? Or does that have to be...
But you can't hang.
Oh, hang.
You have to hang from it
Yeah,
over
hang.
on the wall.
It indicates ceiling, so it is ceiling. Okay.
But a ledge.
What degrees is it calling a wall? 45, 90, 35?
We were...
I'm kidding. Sorry.
All right, so when we head back over there, is he still there? Or is...
You gonna make another stealth check?
Yeah, we'll make a stealth check. Oh my gosh, it scared the crap out of me.
Okay. You handily sneak over there without any problem. You, in fact, get close enough that you can see he's still out there, and now there's 2 other temple people there with him. And he's now berating them and talking down to them and giving them commands.
Ooh.
But you notice you've gotten close enough that he has one little stone flying around him.
Around his head?
Yep.
Does it glow?
Yes.
Wisp.
What
It helps with the
color does
mist.
it glow, and does that mean anything to me?
Hold on, I gotta figure out which color it is.
Does it look like the one that's floating around Core's head? Or no, did Core even have one? I know Debbie had a dull Aeon stone.
He had one that did nothing but actually just float around his head.
I think I actually did not.
But there are
actually
very
find any.
powerful ones that do it too.
Okay. It is... Which one was it again? Dang it. It looks like a tourmaline.
Tourmaline. What is that exactly?
Type of stone.
It's Mo Louder asking.
Oh, I'm not there.
I mean, that's Mo Louder asking. I don't know what.
No, I was about to
tourmaline
start
is.
going in, but asking thing, but I'm not there to ask.
It helps you not die as easily.
Yep. And as you're looking, you see a second one slowly come around as well.
Different color or same?
Yep. It is a pale lavender.
Dude. What?
Didn't I?
All right, so they're both tourmaline stones,
No,
Is
a
that what
pale
we're-
lavender and a tourmaline.
and I do not recognize the pale lavender or
No.
understand what it is.
No.
Okay, but I know that we can't just probably kill him easily. Or at least, not that that's our goal at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, I think. I mean, we need to wait till the area is clear before we just hop over there. I think he's gonna notice.
While
We
you're
can
watching
control
him, you see someone else come running into the room or the balcony. It's a man wearing all gray. He walks over and hands him a big bag that you can hear jingling coins as he hands it to him.
Pat Patala on the shoulder is like, do you think this is the guy that's doing all the protection stuff from the bar? For that guy from the bar?
I don't answer him. I keep my mouth shut right now.
And the guy turns and walks away.
I'd
Hold on a second.
I'm gonna double tap Patala on the shoulder, step back a little bit, like, that's one of the camera guys. I recognize him.
one of the what?
The gambling guys.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
One of those gambling cult guys, you know.
Oh. Did they have the yellow set? It doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, so they're paying him off. And they're bad. So he's bad.
And as that guy turns to leave and the others are leaving too, as everyone's leaving, you now see that he's sat there alone with some commoner guy. Guy in dirty clothes. And his hands are bound behind his back.
R's just sitting there in shock, like, I think I'm about to witness a murder. In his head, just silent, watching.
As you watch, he takes the stone, puts it to the guy's forehead, makes a few simple statements, puts the stone down, and then leads the guy out as he just follows him obediently.
The amethyst stone?
Yeah.
Not his Aeon stones. Okay.
Correct.
This is why people are disappearing. He's controlling them. What's that, Eve?
You're muted.
Well, I'm not there. I just went, what?
Okay.
Yeah, kind of figured.
How large? Oh, so the amethyst was the biggest amethyst I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
Mage hand is not going to be enough to pick that up.
No, it's probably about a 5 or 10 pound piece of amethyst. It's about the size of a cooking roll. You know, the thing that you roll out dough with.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling pin. That's what they're called. And from the looks of it, it was broken off of a bigger piece.
So it's an uncut gem.
Wait,
Correct.
did you say they left together or just?
He left with the person that was bound.
Okay, so now it's empty. I'm gonna be honest. I was waiting for the next thing that the guy was doing. I did not realize that this is all of a sudden occurred to me. It's like, oh, it's empty now.
Yeah, it's empty.
And did he put the stone back down? Or
Yes.
does he still have it? Okay. All right. I want to head over there and get that stone stealthily.
Where are you going?
I'm getting that
Up.
stone.
I'm gonna be.
We'll make an athletics check to go over there.
I'm gonna follow. Atala. I'm gonna follow her.
Oh boy.
Athletics. Oh, I saw one. That's kinda
Okay.
scared.
As Hatala's going along, she slips a little bit, but a car stops her from falling.
Oh, thank you.
I got you.
Try again.
Both of us.
Dang it. One more, baby. And he got the same thing.
This time, with the car's help, Mo's help, a car's help, yes, you managed to make it all the way there. Now you
Don't
gotta
worry,
jump
I
across.
got you. So, do you want me to toss you? Because caught you twice.
Time out. You know what I really wanted? I really wanted a 1 so I could see the human equivalent of the cat jump.
The good thing, well, I don't know if I can use it on this, but I've still got halfling luck I can pull out if I need to.
Yes, use your halfling luck.
Wait, we'll see what I get. Ooh.
Okay.
Fun.
With your halfling luck, you were barely able to. Wait, no, that's actually worse.
That's not me. Yeah, that's mine was worse. Okay, there's something I can do.
You can use your hero point,
Well, I can use a hero point.
and then you never did use your halfling luck.
Is that... okay. Okay, that's at least decent.
This is
All
no,
right,
this
well,
is
you
just to
did
get across
cross.
the gap. Is that all we're doing?
We
small gap?
We both climbed
we need
up.
to do it stealthily.
Yeah. So.
It's like
Like,
it's
it
like you
is-
guys just like no, wait. No, wait. Okay, it's not. I don't feel right yet.
It's a li-
All right, Hatala, you are on the balcony.
Okay. Do I see anything else on the table at the moment that would worry me, or anywhere in the room before I head over there?
Just the gem is on the table.
Okay. I want to get that gem into my bag or whatever without
Okay.
touching it or activating it or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't want him to have it.
No problem.
Okay. And very curious as to what's in this guy's room. I'd like to take every advantage he could have from us away from him.
So you go to the room?
I'm checking very carefully for magical traps, regular traps, anything that would alert him of our presence as well. But yes.
Okay.
Do a roll. That wasn't great, but
The door does not have any locking mechanism of any kind, and you do not notice any traps.
he probably feels very confident nobody's getting down here. Okay. I do want to note this, as I'm kind of doing some of this stuff, I am messaging Core kind of a play-by-play so that he has an idea of what's happening. So, and if that stops, he's supposed to come help us.
Relay to even weakness. Great.
If I don't check
Like
back
they're
with you in
doing
a
what?
minute.
All right, so even now.
All right, I'm going into the room. I want to check it over, and like I said,
All right.
I'm gonna.
You open the door, and inside of the room, you can see several more large pieces of amethyst.
Oh, great.
He's got several of them. Some of them are being carved, like he's trying to make stuff out of them, and others are just stones. And you can see some books and things like that. But as the door opens, you start hearing, "Nah, nah, 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 nah."
Watching for this.
Hey, yeah, Eve, I think that was our signal.
There's
Our
a alarm
signal.
bell going off, so he knows you're in the room. He doesn't know who's in the room, but he knows the door is opened.
All right, y'all, come
Yeah, we're
get to
going
this.
Why do we have to come? Why can't they run back?
because we're
No,
gonna.
because we're gonna.
We're supposed to capture the
Why do we
guy.
have
That
to
was
fight this guy? We're capturing the super powerful wizard who can't really die.
yeah, that guy. That's what we're doing.
He can.
I
He
love
can
you
You
guys.
die.
were
don't-
on board with this.
we
like
don't
5
know
minutes ago.
anything
That's what
about
we were
that.
talking about.
What do you mean, super powerful wizard?
Oh,
We
right,
got a
he's
guy
not
who had a
powerful.
mind control stone. That's what we've got.
We're
I
going.
can't mind control. You can't mind control.
As the alarm goes off, a car jumps across.
Back to the
I-
other side.
No,
Oh, you're
No.
saying
I'm still on the wall.
I'm making my way.
You're the only one in the
downtown.
room.
Yeah.
Driving fast.
As far as storytelling, that's what I'm assuming. Or did I make the jump?
No, you never said you were jumping, so you stood at the area y'all listened from previously.
Okay, so a car's hearing the alarm is going to make the jump.
All right, you jump and land on the balcony. Make your roll.
There it is.
You do good. As you land on the balcony, a pinpoint of red light goes into the room.
A what? Like laser pointer or light?
And
goes
then
into-
there's an explosion.
Oh, great.
Awesome!
As we're running to try to get there, just hear this. He might know we're here.
Yeah, think. I don't know. Car might be dead.
I was talking to Eve.
Oh, I'm talking to your character. You, not the character.
A fireball has gone off in his room.
The room or in the? Wait, which one?
Akar and Hatala, make your reflex saves.
Oh.
Now, I checked. Well, dang it. I wasn't disarming a trap, but I checked for traps.
Yes, that's if there was a trap.
Well, I also checked for an alarm system.
Reflexes, baby.
Where the heck is
41. Jesus.
It's a reflex. Jesus.
Amazing. That's what rules to say. You get a critical success and say, all right. Both of you managed to jump out of the way of the fireball, taking no damage.
Whoop whoop.
You're on the ledge of a balcony, which means you jumped off the balcony.
Oh, am I
Well,
hanging on the
because your
balcony?
reflexes are so good, y'all managed to roll down below without taking any damage at all, other than you're now sitting on a spot that used to have icky food.
I suddenly snapped my head to Atala like, we probably should start climbing now. You remember that thing that was down here? Let's go.
And you can see bits of ash and everything coming out of the room where everything's been incinerated.
Except for the stone in my bag.
We see them fall down.
Yeah, how far away are we?
So this
Have we
guy,
made it
so this
yet?
guy destroyed all the stuff he had instead of. Yeah, yeah, we're heading up on the side that our friends would be.
Okay. Make your athletics check. Mo takes a little bit longer. A car takes a little bit longer getting up, but y'all both get up right about the time everyone else comes up there.
All right, cool. I would think that like Hatala would grab back and be like, haha, yeah, I got you this time. It's like, thanks.
What happened?
I didn't see some kind of alarm or
explosion.
something. There was
a red
fireball.
dot that went right into the room, and all of a sudden it just,
Should we run?
Do we
I
need?
kind of want to run. I don't want to be here.
I kind of want to jump across and get next to that door, but is it going to explode again if I go over there?
The door's gone.
Yeah, everything. I don't even know if he's going to come down here. Probably going to think whoever came down here died.
Let's go up.
Sweet.
Let's go up.
No.
Look, there's only 15 of the bad ones.
that we know of.
Temple with hundreds willing to defend the temple.
He's ready to go.
All right, I'm with Eve on this.
We can dip. We can dip, and then we can do research on that crest, and we can come back and know what the heck is going on. Because the guy probably thinks whoever came down here just died.
Perfect.
Incinerated.
Go with Eve.
Okay.
See ya.
I mean, right now I'm gonna trust Eve. She knows her people.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Audi 5000.
And that is going to be the end of tonight's session.
We run away.
It ended with an explosion.
Eve is going to be getting bonus experience for run away! Run away! And who was it? It was Mo. Mo is going to get 1 extra hero point next session for his amazingly elite leaping skills.
Yay!
Right.
That nat 20.
Worked out.
Right. Right. Any final words? Anybody? Anybody?
That's my final words.
Okay.
Winky, you look like you've gone through it.
I mean, there was an explosion. There was.
I mean, I don't even know where my head's at right now, to be honest with you. Because that was a lot of stuff that just happened real quick, right at the end. Sorry to leave you guys with a cliffhanger. We might be getting chased. We might be getting killed. Who knows?
Nah, I think he ain't coming down here.
Who knows? Who knows? They may know about the caverns. I mean, it is right there.
No, because so much of that wasn't explored.
All right. Well,
who's to say he didn't know?
I feel like he's an idiot. To be honest.
See you guys next time. Love y'all.